Homegrown Cakes, what's going on, man? Just talking about you not too long ago. I mean, that'll make sense. What is that? That'll make sense later when you see the review. Is it a review? No, it's an unboxing. But it'll make sense later. Nothing bad, though. But otherwise, just sitting here, I was brought up earlier this week. Here, I do this, see if anybody comes through. If not, that's cool. Still got some Tony Hawk to clear out, so doing that whole thing. Like, have you seen one before, Willie Boy, or no? Like, you never seen one or whatever? Not sure. I mean, don't feel bad if you haven't. I mean, a year ago, I probably wouldn't have known what one was either. I'm just glad you don't have a tank on. I mean, this is like a winter tank because it's like a sleeveless hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those sort of situations. Hey, did I put that link in there? I meant to. Let's see. Now let's put it here. Let's see. I watched part of one and I still don't. Wait, how did you watch part of one and not understand it? Like, well, what did you see happening? Was it? That's my question. Because it's really just a matter of one going against another, and then you vote like the A or B. I'm not sure what you saw, but now I'm very curious. Stop flexing on us. Like, look, this is how I look, okay? If you want to body shame me, no, because that is not okay, all right? It's 2020. We don't do that kind of stuff anymore. In 2019, maybe you could have got away with that. Maybe even up to like January, February, but not now. It is unacceptable. It is not welcome here whatsoever. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, is that the question? And yeah, step on up to the plate there, Willie boy. I mean, don't be scared. Trust me. Like, my collection is very much out there. Everybody knows what I have. It's not anything too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you, I don't know, if you're trying to go see who has like the best Ultra Boost or something, yeah, I'll probably take you on that one. But if you're looking for some pure heat, fire, flames, and all that, the Infernos, ooh, I do not have it. Certain questions are asked pertaining to shoes, and you grab a shoe that answers the question. Yeah, that very much sums that up. And the chat of the panel sides. MB, man, I kind of meant I watched 2 minutes and then had to do homework. See, that's where you went wrong. You should have been watching the sneaker battle. I'm still waiting on your comments post on IG. Oh, like, I don't know if I put any of those up. Have I? I don't know, because like I'll take screenshots. Actually, I just took one today. And then I'll just forget completely about it. And next thing you know, it's like I've got a bunch of them and I kind of want to space them out, But look, I know that I do ask for people to put comments in there, you know what I'm saying? And maybe people say that and then they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to ask them anything now. But I still get a good handful of people that, will say some stuff once in a while. Then I might even pin something from time to time. Just did that like 20 minutes ago because some dude filled in some information that I did not have because I don't do sneaker research when I buy shoes. It's all visual for me. Let's see. Well, and that's part of the Tristan Stewart experience. I like to make sure the people are entertained one way or another. If the review itself doesn't do anything for you, just scroll through the comments or something. You might find something for you. Or go watch some of those, ooh, that's not gonna land. Oh, it did. Or go watch some of those videos that I post on Instagram, which are not always easy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know what I want to say, but I'm sitting there watching the timer. And if I get off on some tangents, then it's all about pacing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. But that minute that you have to like cram your thoughts into, and that sound, I don't know if you heard that. That means that the review that I was doing earlier today is done encoding, and now it's time for an upload. But so is anybody going to jump in here or what? Are you guys just going to sit there and hope that somebody else takes one for the team? I don't know what you got. You got nothing to lose, except maybe a sneaker battle in front of like 2 people. And then, of course, there's a replay, so maybe 4 people, you know, if in case anybody happens to watch it. But yeah, it's got part 2 of the summer stuff coming up. Let's go ahead and open this here Chrome, get this thing going. You know, I try to keep the videos regularly produced, even though right now I've done more this week than I expected to be completely honest. But you know, things happen. Then I'll probably have another. I don't have anything coming in right now, but probably might order something because I've had my eye on something. We'll see. Let's see, Hirachis. It's kind of a follow-up to the Hirachi thing, or to the Presto thing. So now that is going. That's going to take a few minutes. 14, it's not bad. But anyway, so again, the link is in there. It's also in the description. But while we wait, is there anything you guys care to see, care to ask? You know, we can do one of those, what do you call it? AMAs, and ask me anything. Didn't know what that stood for the longest time. I thought it was like an award of some sort. Oh, there's going to be an AMA later. I was like, winning something? It's not how that works. Not at all. Man. Terrible. Any of you guys play Tony Hawk? Because like at this point, that's what this live is going to be. You guys listening to me click and clatter at these PlayStation buttons while I manual my way across Venice Beach. Because I see there's like 5 people watching. It's like, what are you doing? Because the comments, unless it's just me, the comments haven't moved. So it's like people are there, but they're just there, just taking it all in. All nothing that's happening right now. But yeah, I mean, I guess if all else fails, I do get a few minutes of that view time, which is I don't know how much that really matters anymore now that I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm like a successful YouTube guy or something, but the view time, it matters when you're trying to establish getting monetized. After that, it's about views themselves. Regardless of how long that view may be, you just want to get a bunch of them so people watch your stuff, because you don't get paid for every view, right? There's some calculations that go into that. Coffee, what's going on, man? I'm just sitting here waiting to see if anybody decides to come through. We'll see what happens. So far, it's looking like I'm just going to sit here and play Tony Hawk for a while, wait on some videos to upload, talk mostly to myself, but every now and then someone passes through. Like, no, it says in the title, like whoever shows up, meaning it's whoever shows up. Coffee's just, if he was battling, he would be, you know, battling. Speak of the devil, there he is. Hey, when are we getting this class action lawsuit against McFly KOF so that we can make some money, buy some more Funko Pops?
Let's do it.
You guys over here costing me tens of dollars. Ooh. Let's see. What do I think about the Rusev debut? Dude, like, you know what was crazy about that? It was like, when he came out, I was like, who is this guy? He looked like mildly familiar, but I was like, is this one of those like Ring of Honor guys or something? Because it was like a totally different look. I'm curious to see where it goes, though. I really am.
Right.
So, Coffee, is this you stepping up to the challenge, or are you just kind of here to hang out as well?
I'm stepping up to the challenge. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. We can do this then. We'll do a little back and forth. We'll go until either one of us runs out of shoes or stops. So
let's go.
We'll do this.
Who got the question?
It's all fun and games anyway. Nothing too serious. We'll just take the questions from the people in the chat there. So whoever wants to, and then we'll let them vote as they care to. I don't know. I used to be able to pin comments back in the old days, but now the pin comment option is gone. And yeah, let me add something.
Homegrown, drop a comment.
Let's see, create banner. The join link is in the description. If I could type. The join. Okay, is that going? The join link is in the description. There you go, people. In case anyone wants to also be around. So, who has the first question for old Coffee and I? And then, we'll stick to the standards, right? We'll try to keep it under the 2 minutes as far as going and getting your shoe. And I am,
do that.
And we'll just see what people say. And in the meantime, I am still playing Tony Hawk because I refuse to give up. I don't know. It's just very addictive to get going.
Kim Strong, drop a question for us.
Yeah. Come on, Kim. Let's hear it. I know I see you active in a lot of other lives. I know you know some stuff, got some ideas, right? You're not new to this world. Throw something out there.
Pick your
best
shoe with your favorite color in it.
Best shoe with my favorite color in it.
Let's go. Let me know when to go.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Be back in a second.
Too easy. All right, channel 2. Oh, mute. Preview.
So, all right. I tell you, I went all the way. We're just going to pull these things. What is going on here? See, I'm going to remove this other one of you because I guess one timed out.
Yeah.
So, I'll go ahead and go first. Black and yellow, right? No one's going to dispute that I am a huge fan of that. Part of that whole Iowa thing. Anyways, this right here, I was going to go with those University Gold 12s, which is still a version of yellow. But instead, I decided to go with one of my old faithfuls, which is a Vapor Max Plus, the Bumblebees, as some call them. So these right here, because they're more versatile than those 12. So that kind of gives them a slight edge.
I thought you were going with the 12s, but I see you.
Yeah, see? You know what's crazy? I actually went and grabbed the 12s box, and on the way back, I put it on the floor and grabbed this instead. So, you know how that is. So, what about you? What do you got?
So my favorite color comes from McFly's basketball team.
Okay. Is that the? Oh, okay. For a second, I wasn't sure what that was. Those are those the
Right.
laceless ones, or is that?
Nah, it got the
Oh,
laces. These are from 2013.
oh, okay. All right. So, should have had a mediator in here if anybody wants to jump in and be that. So let's see. Where did we start? Pick your best shoe with your favorite color in it. From how are your best shoe, not a Jordan. So, all right. So, people in the chat, since you guys are the voice here, which way are you going? You going the Vapor Max route, or are you going with those fives?
Kick knowledge, I ain't forgot. I bet. That lady ain't singing yet.
Is it?
Fives are Air Maxes.
Yeah. Like vote. People, let's hear the votes now. I mean, all of a sudden everybody got quiet. Okay, so there's one for the Vapor Max. Appreciate that, Mr. Valentine. Then the one for the fives. I don't blame him. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fives guy myself. 5s, 7s, and 12s. The Bumblebee Air Max. See? Don't underestimate.
Oh, over the Great Fives from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Over these?
Hey man, like
the classic.
Some people just kind of like the colors. I don't know. Maybe they're going for the comfort.
We tied right now. Who gonna be the tiebreaker? Who the tiebreaker?
That's what I'm wondering. Next vote is the tiebreaker. And of course, Kicknology keeps jumping in here saying things, but now he doesn't want to vote. Now he wants to be quiet. I tell you, you gotta watch that guy. Come on, people. We need one more. One more. It's tied. What's it gonna be? I mean, I don't have a story to sell this shoe. I mean, I could maybe make one up, but all right, BX did it. BX has given you the win that you wanted. So there we go. First round goes to Coffee with the, what was that? Shoe with your favorite color or something like that?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. On to the next one.
Best shoe that's not a Jordan or a Yeezy.
Best. Let's hold on a second. Let's get something a little more not generic.
That's a good question. Okay. Let's do it like this. No,
because it's like,
no Nikes.
Oh, pick out your best. It's like that could be anything. I want to think a little bit, at least. Personal preference, of course, but we'll take the question as it is because I don't want to be that guy that's silencing people. So, best shoe that's not an Yeezy or a Jordan, right? Right? Best shoe that's not an Yeezy or a Jordan, which is most of my collection. It does not narrow anything down for me.
It's almost game time. Kim Sean, the alternate betters are not my favorite, but I do have them. And the Rockets losing. I'm about to cut this game off, watch my Texans.
Here we are again. So,
all right.
This time around,
I'll go first this time.
Appreciate that. And again, if anybody wants to be on the screen, have your little 15 minutes of fame and all that good stuff, please jump on in. The more the merrier until we reach 10, because I can only have 10 people. So, what do you got for us, Coffee?
Red toe iris.
Oh, interesting. Good choice. You're picking a lot of things. Well, this is only the second shoe, but you're picking things that I also like. So I appreciate that. We'll see how long that lasts, though. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see. What you
Now
got?
those, because and it's not just like that specifically. It's just that I'm a fan of the question. Did I grab the right box?
Me too.
So this right here, ooh, that's probably not quite showing up. Which, let me see. I don't know if that's going to show up now, but either way, it's the 3M 5-year anniversary Ultra Boost. So it's got that whole 3M upper, black and yellow, of course, because I do like that, which gives this the edge to being one of my best shoes because, again, I like the 3M. I like the black and yellow. I like the Ultra Boost. It's checking all the right boxes. So there you go. But I tell you, when the sun, not the sun, like when light hits these things, it's a pretty beautiful thing.
The suede toe.
Let me see something here. Photos. See if I can get a picture or something. Because like I don't know why.
Cross. The shoe he crossed Jordan in.
What's that?
This the shoe he crossed Jordan in. AI.
I don't know if you can.
Hey, McFly, I like
see
all
that.
my
Like that's
I like all my shoes but my Bread 11.
I don't know. There we go.
Let me see.
That's how they would look when you hit the flash on them, right? But it's not quite showing up because of the way things are right now. But, sticking to my runners and casual shoe things, of course. I do a lot of that. Now, let's see what these comments are looking like. Let's see. Jeezy's in here. What is going on, Jeezy? Favorite sneaker. Coffee don't like none of the shoes he buys. Yeah, that's true. He is just mad at himself. Wait, did anybody say anything? Yeah. So.
Come on, everybody, vote.
So right now, we've got 1 and 1, if I'm correct. So now it's 1 and 2 in your favor. Right?
All right.
I mean, that's what I'm counting.
Yeah.
I'm counting you're up by 1. All right, cool. So, all right, we'll just call it then. We'll call it.
What's up, BAA?
Voting is a little slow. Not a huge deal to me. BAA, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Just kind of killing a little time on a nice Thursday night. Have a little friendly competition. All that good stuff. So, now that we have done that, we heard you the first time, BX. You said neither. We get it. This guy's following me everywhere, I tell you. Optimistic. What's going on, man?
Who got the next question?
I don't know. That's what we're waiting to see. Unless you see, because I've seen a couple pop up in the chat, but let's see what is the next question going to be, people? Because again, like if you ask questions while we're answering them, they will likely get overlooked because we're answering them. And coffee in this, I don't know. Did you close it? My Wi-Fi is
trash.
Okay.
I might have actually closed it at that time. I don't know.
All right, that's fine. It happens.
Comments.
So, either way.
BAA, give me a question. Give us a question.
Yeah, we are waiting. I said I needed to adjust this. It's getting a little warm in here for some reason. Show a sneaker that you got at the outlet. That's the question. All right, cool. Got it. When was the last time I went to an outlet, though? That's the question.
I might lose this one.
you know, on account of my not being in America for a while, and then all the stuff being closed since I came back for the most part, I can't really remember the last time I went to an outlet or the last thing that I bought. But I do remember one pair that stands out, and that's only because it's an Air Max, and I remember talking about it during Air Max Day when I was up all night making videos. So that means we're on. So very lightweight. What is going on here? This is the Air Max 1 Ultra Noir, something to that effect. So basically got some kind of pinkish color upper, got a little bit of speckled in black on the white down there, and also around the heel and the toe box and the swoosh. You can't quite tell, but that is 3M as well. So it gives it a nice little, I don't know, pink and white look when you are outside. So it's kind of nice. One of those things where I went to the outlet, and I don't know if this is everybody, but I don't like to leave empty-handed if I go out of my way to get somewhere.
Same.
So these came home. And again, let's see if I can do this. Wow. I'm trying to take these pictures with like this one hand does not always work. But there we go. So that's what they would look like if the flash was working.
Ooh.
You guys,
okay?
Kind of getting that?
Yeah,
I'm looking
nice.
at the YouTube thing because there's always that delay, right? There we go. Now it's online, and now everybody can see it. So that's what they look like when the flash hits them. It's kind of nice. Okay, and now let's see. I'm not wearing a shirt, optimistic. This is a hoodie. It's different. So
we can go optimistic question next.
Let's see. What sneaker you got? I'm trying to just read through the the comments just to see what people are talking about. McFly, some people saying Carolina Panthers Super Bowl. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but so what shoe did you have?
All right, this is a shoe a lot of people probably forgot or may not like, the Sky High Pumas.
Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't like them. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe people
don't see a lot of people just wearing
don't like certain things, but they look fine to me. Is that like a little bit of what colors is that like down at the is that like a
it's like a green?
Okay. I thought it was green, but then sometimes you turn it and it would look like I don't know, like different. Okay. Is that like a mint, like a really light mint green or something?
Yeah, it is. Okay. Let me cut my light on. Maybe you can see it better.
Okay, yeah.
I got these for like $20 at the Puma outlet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a single Puma.
It's showing my range.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, right? My range goes as far as my interests. So don't that's the thing, you know, some people think like if you don't have something, it's because like, oh, you don't have a good collection. It's like, no, I just don't like certain things. But anyways, so what's it going to be, people of the chat room? Are we going with the Puma something or other? Are we going with the Air Max 1 something or other? Ultra Noir? You got these for $80 according to this blue sticker? Probably less, more than likely. Because, you know.
It was in California, BX.
So I'm not trying to pay, you know, if I can get it under the sticker price, that's always the goal. Always the goal.
Let's go, Texans. Kim say Air Max.
Okay. You must be slightly ahead of me.
BXA Air Max.
Okay, so that's a handful of Air Maxes.
You got 3 Air Max. No, you got all Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Air Max 1 that.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know there's only so many people in here, and that's like half the people right there. So, all right, cool. What's the next question?
We can either do optimistic, show a shoe that matches your shirt, or we can do BAA, since it's football season, show your favorite signature football player sneaker.
I don't have any shoes by any football players.
Same here. Actually,
So,
no, I do. I do. I actually do. I got
so
one.
I can't do that. I'm trying to
All right,
think.
we can do
No, I don't
optimistic.
have any shoes with any names attached to them. Yeah, I only have like basketball and whatever you consider what Kanye West does. So, what was the other one? Something that matches the shirt?
Yeah, matches the shirt you have on.
Do I have yeah, I got something for this.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Should I do this right now? Let me see. I got anything better than this? Anything better than this? Anything better than this? Anything better than this? Let's go. I'm back.
Trying to stick to the other stuff, but because like my Ultra Boosts are not quite this color, but I think these are, right? Maybe. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in a second. Let me open this box.
All right. This is my favorite silhouette of all time. Candy Cane 14.
So I'm gonna say this like, well, while I'm opening this box, I like these boxes, but at the same time can't stand them because there's just too much stuff to do. So it's got that blue down there, right? Blue and white, which is like this same blue and white. Let's see.
You pull up the cheat code.
Look, I tried to get out of the question, honestly, because this isn't a shirt technically. But I honestly can't think of any other shoes that I have in this color. I mean, I have other ones that kind of have like some midnight navy or whatever, but like those foams, but they don't match this. And those Hirachis, it's royal blue, and that's not quite the same. Maybe I overthought it.
You probably did.
Yeah.
Y'all going 14s or 11?
Let's see.
11, 2 11s, 11s.
I see
because I don't like
311.
the Texans. Jesus Christ, forget you. I think you got that one too. Yeah, you got it.
It looks like
2-2 now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So, because I was gonna see what I could do about sticking to the other stuff that I would normally bring out, but obviously nothing's off limits. It's just that I like to play to what I like. Not that I don't like these. I mean,
okay. Playing your most played
what?
songs.
Oh, see. Oh, now Alexa, stop.
Homegrown got a good question.
Oh, man, that woman, I don't know what she heard me say.
Defense.
Okay, jeez. Again, it's probably been like 2 years since these things have been out of the box. All right, cool. So that's those 4. What was his question?
Pull out your favorite shoe you picked up this year. It could be a reach back.
So see, that sounds like that kind of stuff I pulled during my little recaps. So favorite shoe that I picked up this year, huh?
Yeah, let's go. I'll be back.
Got it. Oh man, tell you, like, I have a lot of stuff out that I need to just put away. It's like a chair in the middle of the floor for no reason. I don't know if you heard that when I went to go get the last shoe. I almost died getting those 11s. Let's see.
I'm gonna keep it plain and simple. This was a hard choice. Where's the defense?
It was I mean, I get that. It was an easy choice for me. Like, not because the shoe's amazing, but just, again, for me. Wait, this is the right box, right? Yeah. Because these boxes are actually the same boxes that the VaporMax utilities come in. So, it's on me to go first, right?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah.
All right. So, obviously, oh, hold on one moment. So, some of you guys might remember from a while ago, Juke, he works with the Sneaker Hearts guys. He kind of made this picture for me. I forget exactly when. You know, he drew it, framed it, sent it to me. Pretty cool, right? Because he knows that I'm a huge fan of the VaporMax 360 and the Air Max 360, which is why this right here is the favorite shoe. So there's a little bit of a story that you didn't ask for, but again, being that the 360 got me into shoes and the VaporMax has kind of solidified things, that blend, why not, right? Why not get those? Well, the reason not to get them is because they cost $220, and that is unnecessary. But that aside.
All right. This shoe may be my number one pickup of the year. Depends on how the shoe that drops next Saturday looks in hand.
Oh, okay. I keep looking at the YouTube. Okay. I feel like I saw those on an episode of like American Dad, I think. All right. So, of course, obviously, you know, there's going to be some people that do like those. I feel like there are more people that like those than there are that like these. Like just calling it right down the middle like Bill Alfonso would do. You know, you got to be honest.
These may be my number one shoe of the year. It depends on how those 14s next Saturday look in hand.
So we're looking at 1 and 1. No, 2 and 1. All right. Because Kim said 14s. Robert and Jeezy said VaporMaxes.
Ooh. They actually picked the Vapors over the 14s. My chat's delayed.
Yeah. And I mean, I know this is like, can't say it's favoritism because these people know it's both.
BX, I'm flipping back and forth. You already know how I'm doing it.
But also, if I didn't say appreciate you coming through on this coffee.
No problem.
You got a good collection over there. So this should be a good time because, you know, like I said, I already shot my video for tomorrow. I recorded earlier today. It's uploading. It should be done by now. So I'm good. I can do this however long. So now we're even because I see 2 14s and 2 VaporMaxes. And then
right. we need one more
turned it. He was the tiebreaker.
That story did it for him.
Well, all right. I mean, that is a cool picture though. And you know, just the fact that, like I said, I still have my Air Max 360s way over by the door. Cause like, you know, I still could wear them, but at this point, like the risk of popping the bubble, not that I think that they're shoddy workmanship, but it's just, it could happen. And I don't want that to happen. So, next question though, what's the next question going to be? Oh, wait, here, we'll just take this one. Best shoe that movie or TV related. All right.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, got those.
Hold on, let's make it interesting. No Space Jam. No 11s.
Oh,
no 11s.
Definitely. Not that.
I think I'm about to flex a little bit.
I am not. I considered it. I was very close. And if we maybe like if I remember after this is over, I'll show you what I was going to bring up, but probably it's not that serious to that point though. But it was just one of those things that it was similar to something that I already showed. So figured I'd be different because, why not, right? So, what was the last shoe? So it's who's first this time? You remember who's first this time?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, Jeezy, what's going on?
What's up, Jeezy?
Ain't too much. Ain't too much.
Is it me or is it you going first on this round?
It was Kofi this time.
Okay.
It's you. It's you.
All right, it's me then. So this right here, it's now that these are just a little smaller, I'm gonna start doing the solo layout. So obviously, Beavis and Butthead is a TV show, also a movie, whatever.
Nice.
So these right here are the 3MC Beavis and Buttheads, right? For a lot of you, this is probably the only Adidas 3MC that you've ever seen, because I've never seen any other than the two that I own. So yeah, it's actually an Adidas, not a Vans as most people think it is. But yeah, so this is my personal favorite because it's Beavis and Butthead, and they got me through the hardest times when I was growing up, and with all the hardships that a normal 14-year-old might have, which are basically none. So that's mine. And now,
and Kofi has had typical difficulty.
That he has all night. See, like Kim's
My Wi-Fi is terrible.
Can't blame a hurricane this time.
Very true. Very true.
What you got, Kofi?
Yeah, my Wi-Fi is trash.
Yeah, I think you froze again.
I froze. I'm froze.
First review though.
No, you good now.
All right. Okay.
So the Beavis.
My shoe.
What you got?
My shoe is a pack. I call it a pack because I have all three, and I'm gonna show all three just to flex.
No, Kim's comments.
I
hate Beavis and Butthead.
I'm gonna start off like this.
All right.
Let your soul glow.
All right. The Giannis
to America. Giannis Zoom Freak ones.
Went and got
I couldn't just pull out one. I told you I was gonna flex.
Yeah, I was just about to say. He said there was going to be a bit of a flex in there, and here we are, right? But hey, I get it. I briefly considered, because I have this pair and there's also a white pair with like their faces on it, but I was like this one because for those of you who have been paying attention for long enough, you might remember that this was the first review I did. So you might want to keep that little nugget in your head in case I happen to do a trivia question on my next live or something, just saying. But anyways,
if the Come to Americas don't win, y'all not black.
Well, let me pull this out for you. Hold up. We said movie related.
Yeah, movie or TV show, either one.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna pull out the Air Jordan, the white cement for Do the Right Thing. The white.
You know what? That just reminds me. I could have. There was a Jordan 1 mid I could have pulled out also.
Right. That Radio Raheem, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all remember.
Oh, I could have pulled that too out.
Everybody could have pulled it out. I think Kim said no, he got games though.
Hey, I don't even have them. So. All right, so what's it going to be? Looks like Kim started the vote with Adidas, and then Robert said Nike. Oh, wait, no, that's 2 for Nike because GQU.
Yeah, I see it.
Giannis,
Adidas.
Yeah. But man,
1,
this
2, 3.
but yeah, these were it was one of those, you know how sometimes there's like a real simple shoe, but you just kind of have to have it. Like there's gonna be no hype whatsoever, but you know that you want it. That's where these came in for me.
Nike Giannis.
Man, like apparently yeah. One day I'm gonna have to actually wear these. All right, so that's 4. No, I mean, excuse me, that's 4 votes, but 3 for you.
4. Nike 1, 2.
Yeah, so I don't see making a comeback out of nowhere for this particular shoe. So Coffee is definitely taking that round.
Yeah, Kofi got that one.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine. I mean, there's nothing on the line this time around, so just all for fun and games. Vlogging with Demetrius, what is going on, man? All right, so is the coffee dropping out again?
I think so.
Has it been 2 minutes already?
What's good, Demetrius?
I tell you, he is constantly. While he's getting resituated, let's see about some more questions. I don't think people realize this turned into a 3-way battle.
No, this is not a 3-way.
What's your favorite sole? I like that one, and I only say that because I have a shoe for it.
Yeah.
So Coffee is maybe he's out. So Jeezy.
I'll substitute for him.
All right, cool. Your favorite sole? We're doing that one.
Gotcha.
So, all right, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So, I know a lot of you guys know what this is going to be, right? I mean, big old giveaway right there. But so, because part of the reason I really wanted to take that question was because I don't get to pull these things out very often.
Right.
There's really just mostly no reason. It's one of the, but I'll go first since you're just now jumping in. We'll get I guess are these different? I honestly don't remember if they're different. I think it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Dornbecker.
Right, because it's hold on, let me get the big screen here. So you got the super explosive, the guitar thing. I don't know, but some of you guys might be aware that I am kind of into the whole guitar thing, mostly on the bass side, but I do play a little guitar as well. So that's why this shoe was one that I kind of had to have. And luckily, sneakers worked out for me, and here they are. So I do really like this sole on here. The only other shoe that I would have considered was the All-Star ones, the chameleon ones,
Right. Oh yeah, that one definitely.
Those just look really cool to me.
Yeah, my favorite outsole for the most part has always been the Air Jordan 10, just because it's the only shoe that got all of Jordan's accomplishment on there. Like everybody knows this was a tribute shoe. So like I said, that just the sentimental value behind the whole premise of the shoe for the most part. Like I said, they didn't expect Jordan to come back, so they just made a tribute shoe.
Yeah. I read about that before when I got my dad those camo 10s. Because I just happened to see that somewhere.
Right.
Like you said, they thought he was done. So it's like, well, let's commemorate the man. And then he's like, wait, hold on.
Right.
All right, cool. So there we go. We got
But out of these, the 7s is definitely my favorite. That's one of my favorite outsoles as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't like I totally get the 10s too. Like as far as that goes, because that's a pretty good reason to have that as a favorite. Because I mean, the visual is whatever, but having some substance to it. Not that this doesn't, right?
Not
taking away from the Dornbecker situation, but you know. So 7s or 10s? What are we looking at here, guys? But that was a good question, Robert. The favorite outsole? Yeah. So chat, 7 or 10?
Jay Jeff says the screen keep blinking out the chat.
Does it?
I'm looking from the YouTube side of everything. It's a delay on YouTube.
Because I mean, I'm looking on the YouTube side. That's where I primarily watch because I want to be able to see the chat.
Yeah, so on the YouTube side, I just see it's a slight delay.
Oh yeah, there's always a delay. I think it's like somewhere between 7 and 10 seconds or something crazy. And that's just for the video. I don't know what but like I like that the chat is at least instant. So we got 7, 10, 7, 7.
That's the only 110.
I wonder what that's all about. And Ghost can't hear anything?
He can't hear anything.
Everybody else can hear just fine, right? Yeah, because you never know if it's like one person having a problem or if it's like my problem. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm guessing
my mic fades in and out, so I know I've been having problems with that.
Okay. So we are now even, right? Because I think BX meant 10. So I'm seeing 3 for 7, 3 for 10. GQ, it was these with the guitar dude going on the outsole, and Jeezy had the Jordan 10 with the accomplishments.
Yeah.
I mean, they all have that, but like I'm saying, he went with the Jordan 10.
Yeah, this is just my favorite outsole of all time.
Yeah.
So hearing is fine. It's just blanking in and out every now and then.
Yeah, because I'm watching the stream also, and I haven't seen that, but
right.
I don't know, like, cause
I think I only seen it one time when Opie was complaining about the Wi-Fi before I jumped in.
Okay. But we need a tiebreaker though. Somebody say 7 or 10. Like the next vote is the tiebreaker. So 7 or 10 to somebody who hasn't voted yet.
I vote for them 10s just because that was dope how they did for I forgot the kid's name. Was it Connor or something?
Okay, GQ said 7. Say that again, Jeezy.
I forgot what his name was. Connor or something.
Who? Oh, like this kid?
Yeah.
Shoot, I don't remember. Damien.
Damien. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
I like the version he did too. That was a dope version too.
Because I only have this pair, and I also have one pair of Air Max Zero Dornbeckers. But go ahead and look through the chat, see if anybody has posted a question yet, and go ahead and pick the next question.
Let me see. Vlogging with Demetrius, he got a most prized shoe, the one you can't let go of.
Most prized shoe, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. It's here we go. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
So it's
Yeah,
your go.
Yeah,
This
I go first.
time.
Okay, it's two shoes, but they're the same premise. The Chicago one and the 2003 patent leather pair. This is what got me started into the game when I had first got this shoe way back in the day.
Yeah.
03, the 03 Chicago and the UNC pair. But like I said, I can't let go of the Chicago pair. This is going like if I was to get rid of my whole collection, this would be that one shoe I would keep. So like I said, just can't. This is the one I can't let go, man. It has that much value for me.
I totally get that. I went down that same route and almost that same colorway. So this right here, let me switch the camera over.
Oh, yeah.
This is the actual Air Max 360 that I got in, as you see on the side, 2006. When was this thing even made? 2000. Well, it was made in July of 2005. You know, if you want to look at that little tag in there.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
for 15 years old,
same with Jeezy.
Nice.
Yeah, same with Jeezy. Like this is the shoe that got me into shoes. Like this one right here, which is again kind of gonna double dip on the picture. So, as you see there, it's the bottom one. Yeah. So when dude asked me, oh shoot, because I didn't realize he was gonna actually draw me the picture and send it to me. I just thought he was gonna put it up because every now and then he posts his art. He's like, hey, you got a shoe I should draw? I'm like, yeah, how about one of these? Next thing you know, that's in the mail to me. But yeah, so the Air Max 360, because for the same reason as Jeezy, it's what got me into shoes and why there are so freaking many Air Maxes over there right now.
I can see the bottom of that. Let me see the bottom of that. Also, okay. Dude, I also still look better than my MX I got last year.
Well, again, like for me, I buy a lot of Air Maxes like every year, so I can kind of keep them from getting too run down. But considering this is a 2006, and at the time I only had probably like this pair, and I think I have two others. I want to say I have a gray and black one, and maybe something else.
Right.
Yeah, but I took pretty decent care of him. Yeah, Logan saw it coming. All right, so what's the vote going to be? 1s or 360s? I have a very good feeling of how this is going to go. Which one? No pun intended. Let's see. Okay. HTX, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping by to check things out. Those ones are grail. A lot of people would say that.
Yeah, right.
A lot of them.
Kim Strong got 1s. Robert got Jordans.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, because like the voting is just a formality on this one. You know, it's one of those things like that's the thing about like when the sneaker battles really matter, it's like
right.
I honestly don't think everybody's answering truthfully. I truly don't.
Well, I mean, I forgot who said. I think it was What the Sneakers. He was like, these are considered a cheat code. I think he said.
Because it's like, and I mean, obviously, like the ones took that round, but it's just like.
Well, I mean, like I told him, I said if I didn't have the 03 pair, that pair there'd be no substance behind it. Like it's almost like hype stuff to me.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to answer this question in if I was actually trying to win the round, right, I would have gone with the Master 12s because, as you know, like I'm a big 12s fan, and that was my first pair. So those hold a little weight for me. I know they're not everybody's favorite color. It's just a simple black with a little bit of gold on the top, I think. But that would have been my pair, like if it was if this mattered, you know, and I was truly trying to sway some people. But even then, I don't know that they'd really stack up against those ones. But all right. So what's the next question though? Because Jeezy took that one.
Let's see. Do we even have another question?
Yeah, like I don't know, because I know there were some earlier. But I'm just seeing if there's any now.
I think Demetrius was actually the last one.
Does anybody have a question? Any that maybe got overlooked? Best shoe with a raw edge tongue?
Best shoe.
Oh, you mean like not fully sewn together? Kind of like distressed? Is that what that means?
I guess like I guess that would be like what off-white stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if that means. Like, I have something I can use. I think I have something I can use. If my thought of what this question is correct.
Raw edge tongue.
But we're definitely taking Demetrius's next question at some point, probably, because why not? But we'll go with. Do you have a shoe with like a tongue that you think you could use for this question?
To be honest, not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Not off the top of my head, other than probably
because
I have a shoe, but it won't be here until tomorrow, so you know I'm kind of out of this.
Because I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I haven't watched have I? I think I watched one biohacks review because sometimes, like, when I see so many of something, I'm like, man, I can't do this. It's not going to be like those Obsidian UNCs again. I watched 23 videos of the same shoe last year.
I think it was what shoe it was.
But
Japan Pack one that I seen.
So we're probably gonna have to look past that question, but I'll grab what I was gonna talk about here. Should be out.
Let me see.
So for me, if this happens to fit the description here, the tongue of the, what is this? A night jogger. The tongue of the night jogger has kind of got that distressed thing. It's, you look at there, it's not fully finished on the side.
Right.
And you look at the back, it's pretty much just fabric with some kind of like suede tip thrown on there.
Right.
So this would have been my go-to. I don't know if it would have fit or not, but it's the only shoe where the tongue honestly stands out to me as being like different.
I have a shoe. It's unfinished, but I don't think it would. I don't think it'll fall in that category. I don't know. Because it's odd. Because that's odd.
Yep, so she definitely got the stump the panel question. That's for sure.
Thank you, Kim.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so I was on the right track then. All right, cool. It's unfortunate we didn't both have something for it. But okay, let's see. And then we'll I'm not even sure what I'm gonna go with for this question, but since Demetrius asked it, I know we both have an interest in that realm. And again, this could be anything because it's just like, what would you wear?
Right. I mean,
to a wrestling match. So that's the one we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because it's probably not going to be anything for the occasion, but you know, maybe I'll go with something that just makes sense. right? And it's funny because I was just making references to this shoe and wrestling on my Hirachi video, because it's obviously Hirachi. So what was the last shoe we did? The 360, and I went second. So
Wait,
I'm going first on this one.
Yeah.
Right? Because you went first with the ones.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, all right. I am making my wrestling debut on SmackDown Live in these right here. Because, you got to represent.
Nice.
So there you go. This is from the DNA pack. When earlier in the year they did two, where they had the first one was the red and white. It's the same thing where the Hirachi and the Air Max came out together. And they just switched the original colorways. But forget which Hirachi colorways they went on this round. I want to say they used the purple on the Air Max and then the blue and white on the Hirachi.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I didn't get the full pack because I only got the Hirachis. But here we go. These right here.
Nice.
All right.
Anybody in the chat? All right. I pulled out. Anybody know the All-Star Game 2014? I pulled out the All-Star Jordan for that year. This was the Air Jordan 28. I believe Kemba Walker wore this one as well. But yeah, if I was to come out now debuting on Raw or WrestleMania, this would be the shoe I'll pull out, giving off those God vibes.
Yeah. See, you'd be in that Kofi category,
Right?
where like people are like, man, what is that?
And this is my favorite Jordan model after the 14 of all time. But yeah, the real bamboo on the back.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
That's
they say
crazy.
synthetic bamboo, synthetic.
Oh, okay.
I said, how do you make synthetic wood? I don't know.
Hey, man, you get out there, bring your kendo stick with you.
Right. Right.
You get out there and, I don't know, get revenge for Dominic Mysterio.
Right.
But yeah, these, I actually haven't even worn these yet. These, I think I might have to break these out I don't know what I'll be doing this week because there's a lot of rain going on over here.
Right. Yeah, the rain's not going to be here till the weekend for us.
Let's see. So, what do we have? Nikes, but the Jordans.
But the Jordans,
yeah,
look like
the Jordans just definitely look like a wrestling shoe.
Look like a boxing shoe.
Well, yeah, that too. So I'd be out there. And it's funny because like when I see wrestlers wearing certain shoes, I'm thinking like, how are you doing what you're doing in those? Not just because of what it is, but how are you physically able to pull off some of these maneuvers? It's like, it's crazy.
Yes, Kim Strong, I do wear those. I think I only wore them twice since I had them.
All right, so we got one from Homegrown, one from Kim. So we got a 50-50 split right about now. But given that this was like, what was it called? Chapter 1? I was kind of wondering what was going to happen with the next chapters. Because these were, these were made.
They only did 2, right?
These were actually made from August to October of last year, and they didn't come out till like April or something of this year.
Right.
Yeah, so these sat for a while, which is kind of crazy when you look at some of those releases. Yeah, Private Party. Also, who was it? The Street Profits. I often see Dawkins wrestling in 13s. Enzo Amore, he was wrestling in 1s and 4s and everything. Whatever came out that following Saturday. Carmella, yeah.
Liv Morgan too.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Kofi wrestled in some DBs once, right? Or at least
Yeah,
more.
he wrestled in DBs. I think what was the last shoe? And Shane, he used to wrestle in Jordans all the time too.
Yeah, he did, but he later got his own shoe that was like a Kmart exclusive.
The 33s. I think it was the 32s, the 33s.
But all right, so Nike and Jordan. We need one more vote, people. We're tied. We're 1-1. Somebody's got to break that tie. I see people talking, but like vlogging with Demetrius. Like, you're talking here. This was your question. You got to vote, man. Gonna ask the question, then go radio silent.
All the time. He used to wrestle in those Reebok and pumps.
And who else? I've never seen him wrestle in them, but vlogging with Demetrius, we need a vote, man. I know you want to talk about Britt Baker and Swole and stuff, but okay, he's taking my side. Cool, appreciate it. What was I gonna say? Kenny Omega. He seems to have a pretty good Yeezy collection as far as 350s go. He doesn't wrestle in them, but I see him in 350s on a lot of their like interview segments or like the BTE show.
Mm-hmm. TJP wear shows as well.
TJP, you were there. Like I did that. I got the privilege
I think he spoke on an early interview with Dales about that.
Say that again.
I think on one of the early interviews he did with Dale, like probably a year or so ago, he spoke on that.
Because like when HTX did that live, and he had like I was in there, McFly was in there, TJP was in there, and DJ Dells.
Right.
And he showed off a pair of Jordans that he had wrestled. Like it was like it might have been the night he won the cruiserweight title or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't remember if they were customs or if it was just like a pair he likes.
Right.
But okay, so we got that. That one went my way. So what is the next question is now the question. Oh, show us your it's right there in front of us. Show us your best Jordan 5. You have some 5s, right, Jeezy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Best Jordan 5.
Kim, we're coming to that question next. Because that's always a good question to bring up. You know, just to see what people bring out. So yeah, your best 5.
Gotcha.
Okay. What's going on, Drippy? Okay. Rockies was me. So, all right. So it's going to be your go whenever you get back. There. Okay. So what have we done? What? This is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 9. 10. So this is the 11th question. Though one of those we couldn't do because of the whole tongue thing.
Right.
But so yeah, okay, cool. Keep it moving. So it's your turn this time.
Yeah. I was about to say best 5 of all time is gonna be.
All right, appreciate you coming through, Demetrius. Get on back to work, you know, make the money and all that good stuff. Appreciate you coming through.
Demetrius. But yeah. The Air Jordan 5 Silver Tongue, or whatever they call it these days. I know it has a silver tongue.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was like the fire red.
Yeah, they calling it the. I don't consider these the fire red. The other one, the one that's mostly red on mid, so that's always been the fire red to me.
Oh.
But yeah, they calling it the fire red. But yeah, first time it got Nike Air on this particular one. But yeah, this is to me the top 5 of all time. And
Okay.
A close second.
Yeah, that can't complain. I mean, I'm a 5s guy. You know what I mean? It's,
right.
As I've said before, 5s are in my top 3 Jordan models. Mm-hmm. You got 12s, and then you got tied or between second and third. You got 5s and 7s.
Right.
This right here is the. Oh, hold on. It's a grade school exclusive. It was the Hot Lava 5s.
Nice.
So, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about them now. So yeah, it's a 5.
To be honest, grade school always did get the better colorways than 5s.
Yeah, whoever is behind the grade school color schemes, they're doing pretty all right for themselves. Right. And that's not just 5s, but like I've seen a lot of stuff only go to grade school that was good.
Right, those Wolf grade 5s was 5.
Yeah, those were because it was between those and these, honestly. Because I mean, I like my 2 other pairs of 5s, but I mean, we're ranking them. You know what I mean? And they aren't 1 nor 2. So here we go. So there we go. I guess we'll say silver or lava, because just to make that easy.
Right.
Would pin that there, but it's a little, man, I'm telling you, like the delay between typing something in YouTube and it showing up in StreamYard is insane. It's like satellite, like.
Homegrown got the hot lava. Robert got the hot lava as well. That's 2. Okay.
So Kim went with the lava.
Kim with the lava.
Yeah, this was another one of those shoes that, like, when Miss DMV Soul wanted people to show 5s, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't have too many, but I mean, I got these. It's like, and people were into them, which I did not expect, because I thought people would just look at it. Well, that's a cool color, but
I think at the time a lot of people in my size wanted that shoe because
yeah, but because I'm just saying, like, at the time I was still new to this whole thing, so I didn't know what meant anything and what didn't.
Right.
To me, this was just a nice looking 5. I was like, well, that's cool. Okay, I'll get that.
And Jordan Brown's teasing a lot of people. They stopped, like they did those nice colorways like that one, and they stopped right at 9.5.
Hey, that's as high as they needed to go for me, because that's what this is.
Right. I'm like, should just went up to a 10.5 or 11. Like that.
Yeah. But some grade school only go to 7, it seems like.
Yeah.
But even sometimes when they do go up to the 9.5, not every store goes up to 9.5.
Right.
So then it's kind of a weird area, because like a lot of the 12s that I wanted weren't released in every store in 9.5. So I was like, I don't even know where to go for these now.
Right.
But so I guess that's like, I'm guessing Homegrown was voting for the lavas when he said that.
I think he was.
I mean, so I guess we'll just take that as 3.
I think. But, I thought he was voting for the lavas.
Yeah, but okay, so we'll go on to like, what was it? Kim Strong, I think, had the question about a regret type shoe.
A regret shoe.
Right? Wasn't that a question, something like that?
Yeah, that was a question.
Yeah, shoe you are most ashamed of. So I'm gonna play that loosely because it's, not. I haven't bought anything necessarily that I'm ashamed of, but I've bought some things that I know might get me a certain amount of attention in a certain light. So you got something for that one?
Yeah, I got something.
All right, cool. All right. Okay. Make it good, fellas. So for the vote here, vote on, I guess, the one that you would be most ashamed to have. I think that is what would make the most sense here. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, you just vote on the one that you would be most ashamed to have. So what's that? Man, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to put away. I'll do that tomorrow. So I got all kinds of boxes out. And I still got to clean up from that unboxing I did yesterday with all those wrestling figures. Tell you, man, like, the YouTube thing is fun and everything, but the aftermath, the cleaning up and all that.
Yeah, it is a pain.
Yeah, it's like, luckily, like, nothing that I did today, I didn't have to do any on foots or anything like that. It was just like, just record it and maybe take a couple pictures, done. Which is always nice. All right. No problem. So, okay, cool. You're back. So this one is on me. And I mean, maybe by the box, some of you might have guessed what's going to be in this. And, well, there we go. There we go.
Oh man, the dad shoe.
Yes, it is.
You know what? I can't even argue with that.
Yeah, these got a lot of attention when they came out, but not for the reasons that you would want to get the attention. It's also like, looking at it, like, I forgot this could be, well, I won't say it's the only, but this is one of the very few white shoes in my collection. I think I wore these once to a barbecue, of all things. But yeah, so the Chef Curry 2 Low, right? Curry, yeah. So, and she's booing me out of the building.
Oh man.
She's a,
oh man.
All right. So yeah, these aren't winning any awards. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, you most definitely got this one. I don't even have to pull out what I was about to pull out. I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking when I went and bought these. But it was the fly knit trainers in All River. I don't know what kind of hype train I was on at the time.
Are those the hold on, let me get this. Are those the racers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fly knit racers. Yeah.
Yeah, those had a lot of attention when they first came out. People were like, man, you gotta get the racers.
And I'm still saying, I'm like, bro, these things are like one of my worst. These are not comfortable, bro.
Okay, so that was back when Nike used to still give me early access once in a while. It's been years. 2016. I put the order in, got the shoe, put the shoe on, put it right back in the box, and filled out my return thing.
But you remember these were selling out like crazy for whatever reason? Like,
they were. Like everybody was like going after those things, buying them up. So I was thinking like these must be pretty good, right? Because that was around the time that the NMDs were coming out and were still like sought after, like a Yeezy, you know?
Right, and the EQTs and everything, like all that was coming out around the same time.
Yeah, people were loving some racers. I put it on. I probably took like 2 steps in it. It was like, ew, get this off my foot.
I had a blue pair as well as this one,
but yeah, and they do look like they want to be a casual shoe, but it's just like the way they're built. Cause like the sole and the back, like you have the upper part, and then it just like dips down, like. But it's so much of a dip that you feel like leaning forward all the time, and it's the same way with when I feel like when I'm wearing my. Where are those things? Thought I had them out.
Look,
the Pegasus 36 Trail or the Pegasus 36 Turbo, 35 Turbo, excuse me. Those things, same thing. But okay. Kim Strong has spoken, and she says that you won. Yeah, it's I'll show this again for the people who missed it, because you're not going to see a lot of these. Not at all. Man, this is I forgot how it looks. Like I just have the mental picture, and then I pull it out. I'm like, man. Like when people made all those jokes about like it looks like something like a nurse would wear.
The fact Steph came out and defended it when he was wearing it. That's the whole thing. That's what got his attention.
I mean, because this is wow. Yeah, so this right here has been worn once. If the right time comes up again, I mean, I guess I'll wear it again, but
I'm gonna say this is the casualty of the Kanye effect.
Yeah. So that's I'm just gonna put that in the box, put that back in the box here.
Burn it.
Robert, you got a question? Have you asked a question yet? I don't think so. So I'm gonna start a new stack of shoes over here.
Kim, I just use that shoe whenever my daughter's playing at the park. That is what I pull out. That is the I don't give a damn shoe. I ain't trying to curse on your channel.
If I could hybrid 2 shoes, what would it be? Okay. I'm going to give you the answer that anybody who knows me expects me to give. Very predictable on this one. Jeezy, you got your idea for what you're going to go with?
I mean, Nike's already done it.
Oh, well, hey, just pull that out then, I guess.
See, hold on. Give me a second. Nike's already done it, in my opinion.
All right, let me go find something. I'll be back in a second. Okay.
Now they were saying what shoe, like what 2 shoes would we want hybrid?
Yeah, like you'd combine in some kind of way to make some super shoe.
Oh, okay, I got a shoe for that too.
Okay. So for me, what we're gonna go with is this right here. So as a slides guy, right? Like, hold on a second. I always keep forgetting to make this thing bigger. So I'm a huge fan of slides. These are the Air Max 90 slides, right? You can tell that they got the shark fin bubble thing going on in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they could make a slide, like a straight slide, like the Vapor Max sole, I would like to get that. I'm curious what it would be like. It seems like it might be a little funky, but I would definitely buy a pair, like no question, and give a very honest review, regardless of how much or how little I like it. Yeah. So again, a slide with instead of like an Air Max sole, Vapor Max.
Right. No, that would be dope.
Because they have the Vapor Max sandal. I don't do sandals though. I'll do a slide.
All right. Well, I mean, Nike already did it when they did the Vapor Max Plus. Since like I said, I like the Air Max Plus for the most part. That's my favorite. One of my favorite Air Maxes after the 98. But if I was to fuse 2 shoes, it would be they haven't did a Vapor Max with a 90s bottom or even an Air Max 1 bottom yet. I would like to see that come out.
So you say like you want the Vapor Max?
Like a Air Max 90 or Air Max 1 with a Vapor Max bottom.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
But they still haven't did that yet.
Yeah, which is weird because they did 95s, 97s,
7s,
pluses,
360s.
They went all out with a 720. Nobody liked that.
Right.
But they have not touched. It's funny how like they didn't want to touch the 1 and the 90. Which in a way I get it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like what it is.
It would be a slight tweak, but I don't think it's impossible though. That's the whole thing. Like even if they were to do it with a 270, I think they could get it done. Because I mean, the 270 has the air unit in the back just like the 90 and the Air Max 1 does. So I mean, it wouldn't be that far off for them to do that.
Yeah, it's definitely doable. That's for sure.
And I think it's easier with like shoes that actually have a midsole. So. Yeah. But yeah, if I was to do it, I would do it with an Air Max 90 or Air Max 1.
Okay. So we're looking at how to write that there. Vapor Max Plus 90 or 1. No, for you, like Vapor Max Plus 90 or 1 versus, man, this is starting to read like some weird algebra type of thing. Or what is this? Or Vapor Max slide. I guess that's the way to put that. So we're either combining the Vapor Max slide or the Vapor Max with a 90/1. Either one. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because like with this kind of upper, you know what I'm saying? And then throw this on there.
I mean, they've already done it with everything but what, the 95?
Yeah, because like, man, like I really feel like that's the thing. Because this is good, right? I've got no problems with it. But like you'd have that all throughout air support. Man, that could be some next level stuff right there.
Didn't they just come out with an ACG slide not too long ago, or sandal or something like that?
Probably. I see a lot of slides. Sometimes I need to see a picture to like get the reminder.
Right.
So once again, we got a nice even split there.
Kim Strong, she said she loves flip flops.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but when I got these, when I got my first pair of cloud foams, the Adidas,
Yeah.
like that changed my life. Like I'm not wearing any right now. I got the Epic Infinity Run Flynet,
Mm-hmm.
Infinity React Flynet Run. I don't remember what the name of these are, but I'm breaking them. I'm breaking them in so I can do a performance review next week, hopefully.
Oh, I didn't the update video of the Air Forces either. I still gotta knock that out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I go through a number of things, but some stuff is fine with just reviewing it and being done with it.
Right.
But when it comes to other releases like these, being that this was like a new 2020 running shoe, I want to talk about it a little bit, let people know what's going on with it. It's a little late now, but you know, I mean, the thing is, I have subscribers that don't necessarily look up information, but like if I put it out there, they'll watch it because it'll like interest them.
Right.
So, you know, it'll be like
he loves the cloud foams.
Yeah. Yeah, those, man, when I bought those cloud foams that were actually shower shoes, I was like the devastation when I pulled it out, because I was like, because they matched this shirt kind of. I pulled it out and I was looked at them, I'm like, wait a second. This is exactly what I want visually, but it's like this hard, solid plastic feel. And I'm like, man, this is not the cushion of the cloud that I want. So, all right, well, that's a tie because there's only so many people in here right now. But all right, I guess we'll just, I don't know how we're gonna call that. Because it's only Kim and Robert in there.
Okay.
But hey, it is what it is. Both of them. I mean, you can't go wrong because we're both talking about like
virtually the same stuff. So
yeah, like we're both trying to create something out of the same stuff. So like combine VaporMax with something else. So
somebody from Nike is probably gonna see this and say, you know what?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm telling you, like, if they could really nail that down, because the VaporMax on other things, it works. You know what I mean? Like, you just pull out those VaporMax Pluses. I know you have a few other pair from what I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, the VaporMax 2, like I said, the VaporMax 2 is probably the perfect, like, that was the perfect version of the VaporMax line. Out the standard VaporMax.
So yeah, there are things that I like about the 3.
Yeah.
But I feel like overall the 2 works, like more colors work on the 2 than on the 3.
Right.
Because like there are 3s that I look at and like I know the 3 is good for comfort and all that stuff, but there are 3s that I look at and I'll just think like, I'm not really feeling it, you know. But so many 2s were worth picking up.
Oh, what it was, the Akron 2s, the Akron VaporMax 2s.
I have to look. Oh wait, yeah. I remember those now. There was a Bolt and black pair, right? Yeah.
And the white, black, and Bolt there.
Yeah, because I think 2 of them came out at the same time, but I don't remember what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And then not too long later, I think it was after, like the Prestos came out, right?
Right.
Which I didn't get any of those, but I don't know. Like I kind of missed my window because the Prestos were like under retail for a long time, at least on StockX and stuff like that.
I mean, shot up to about what, $340, I think now.
At some point, yeah. Like that's the crazy thing about stuff like that. You gotta really jump on those when you want them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the thing is, you get if you see the same price so low for so long, it makes you inclined to not buy it because you
think you get it lower.
Yeah, and you just get accustomed to it being where it is.
Right.
And there's some stuff, even like things that I own, but like I might look it up randomly one day just because like I'm thinking about it, and it's at like a decent point. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like those Wings 5s or something. Like a while ago, I might look them up and they're like $300 or something, and then you look them up later and all of a sudden they're like 600, and then you look them up later, maybe they're back down, but it's just those prices go all over the place.
Right. I think I mean for me it's like on StockX, like ever since they started adding those new fees and sales tax on it, it's like once I click to buy it, I'm pretty much going back to paying over retail.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but if I find somebody on like Instagram or the Facebook group, then I just buy it from them for cheap.
I'm trying to see see if anybody in the chat buys from shoes regularly from StockX. The next shoe that's releasing that you need for the collection. So speaking from the running standpoint, I need to get a pair of Vapor Max 20s because I am very curious what those things are all about. But the next big release that's coming out, like, shoot, like I have no idea because like only so many Jordans really get my attention. Even out of the 12s that are coming up, there's like that black and red pair, or well, I should say red and black pair because it's mostly red. And then there's those, what they call them, like something Concord. They're like black with a little bit of the Concord on them.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like the Baby P, but it turned out to be something else.
Yeah, because like neither of those are making me feel like I felt about getting the University Gold 12s or even the Indigos. I'll get them more than likely, but nothing that I'm seeing right now has me excited other than the Vapor Max, because I like to try out new shoes. That's why I bought those trail shoes I bought the other day. Like that review I did like 2 days ago. I really wanted to see what those things were all about, So I think honestly that the Vapor Max might be like the next. No, I take that back. The next thing that I purchased will probably be the Flyknit React Prestos, because I'm curious how those might turn out. But as far as like real things that a lot more people are going to notice, I think the Vapor Max 20. What about you, Jeezy? What's next for your collection?
The next thing, I mean, this is strictly out of my curiosity because I have a habit of buying at least 1 or 2 models out of like every year. Jordan Brand has their new models. I usually like to buy 1 or 2 of that current year's models. So I'm looking for those 35s. I want to see how that holds up compared to the 34s. But I know they're already building a hype up on it with those Fragment 35s that supposed to be coming out in 2 weeks, I think, or next month.
Oh, and I was thinking like some 3s.
The Fragment 3s come out next week, but I think the Fragment 35s come out end of the month or probably next month. I think I forgot. I meant to look for the date.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to those because I just really want to see how that performs to the 34.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. Because like when you see so much of the same stuff in the same colorways, like I mean, we all buy like same stuff in different colors. You know what I mean? But it's like you often have less excitement over it. You're like, okay, I really like this gray with the blue. The way they did that is just kind of nice. So this will be good for whatever occasion. But it's not something new, so you're not super hyped over it. But then past that, though, I was asking a question about StockX. The last time I bought something from StockX, I was completing the Air Max 1 Curry pack, which to me is one of the best packs to have released at least for Air Maxes that I can think of, because all 3 colors are freaking solid, right? It's not one of those packs where like they throw out 6 shoes and you'd kind of like to have 2 of them.
Right.
Like this, all across, all 3 were winners. Like the brown, the red, and the green, right? Yeah, all 3 were great to me. and none of them sold out, even though like the quality of them was like pretty high. I think they were even clocked in at like 140, 150. I think 150.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on here? Because Robert said he bought a pair of like the Air Max 97 USA 2020s. I haven't bought a pair of 97s in a while, and that's one of my favorite Air Max models. They just don't make a lot of colors that I like. After the biohacks, I feel content. I am looking at the women's 6 coming out in 2 weeks. Like the one that's like gray with like the side panels that are like clear or something.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
If the house was on fire, which shoes would I save? That question comes up often enough that I feel like I should have an answer ready for it.
I think that kind of correlates with the
Okay.
one you can't part away with. I think that can coordinate with that.
Now, but just to make it, let's pretend we've got a little bit of time and we can take, we'll say 5 pairs, right?
All right.
So we've got the one that we showed off earlier, right? And then for me, after that, like I said, the Master 12s, because it was my first pair of 12s.
Right.
I'm taking, I'll get my Nike ID Prestos, because, why not, right? They got my name and birthday on them. Probably take a pair of running shoes, because, there's a fire, and I might need to get away quickly.
Right.
So I'm taking a pair of Ultra Boost 19s. I'm not going specific colorways on some of this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And so then one more. That's where I probably like end up dying because I'm trying to decide which pair of the Vapor Max Plus I want to take with me. Because maybe the Sunsets. But yeah, it's going to be probably a Vapor Max Plus after that because that's a really good all-around casual shoe.
Right.
So yeah, actually, yeah, that's probably it. I guess the smart thing to do would be, in some ways, the smart thing to do would be to take the ones that you've worn the least and can resell for the most, because you're going to need some money when this is all said and done.
You need to rebuild this thing back up.
But what about you? What are 4 other shoes in addition to what you showed off earlier?
Well, yeah, the Chicago is definitely going to be one of them. My Black History Month 3s, because that was a shoe that I won on eBay on the day my daughter was born.
Okay.
So
fair.
that had a lot of sentimental value right there. I would have to say my Nigel Sylvester Jordan 1s, I would take those as well, because for me, like, I come from that whole Tony Hawk, BMX, X Game era.
I don't know. That's one of those shoes where I say that whole thing of like, I can't believe people didn't like those, because I know there were people that didn't like those.
Right. But I mean, for me, it was monumental because, like I said, I grew up in that era. So that holds, for me, that holds weight. Also, the first Eric Costin Jordan 1 as well. That holds weight for me as well. That low top.
Yeah.
And that's 3. Black History Month, Eric Costin, Nigel, and I would have to say, that is a tough one. I would have to say my Politic Edition Katrina 3s.
Okay. Okay. Here's a question for you. So you have some shoes in your collection right now that are DS, right?
Yes.
So what's one that you are really looking forward to wearing? You just haven't got around to it yet.
I would say my Union Jordan 1 top 3. The one that Union did where there was a reverse, a white toe and a gold toe.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, it was the mismatch one. It was a top 3 gold.
Let's see. No, I just put the images on. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't know you had those. I thought that was one of the coolest things when I first saw those.
Yeah, but the story was I won those in the in-store raffle for during the Saints game. So that was the whole thing. You had to be there for a Saints game and wear Saints apparel and all that, and that's how you want to shoot. I think they only had like 10 pairs in there.
That's pretty good though. Let's see. What about for me? It's what haven't I worn? So I am, man. Like I'm thinking like every time something comes to mind, like something else jumps in there. I would really like to break out those Japan Fireworks Ultra Boosts. Like I completely forget about those, but that's a nice pair of shoes. Like I had to jump through some hoops to get them because like when I was in Korea, like a friend of mine had his wife buy them and have them sent to her parents' house because like you could only get them in Japan.
Right.
So they bought them in Japan, sent them to him, who was back in America. Then he sent them to me. So those things, they could have just gone from Japan to Korea, I suppose. But yeah, those I would really like to break out because it's just cool, like the way the siding is done. But past that, because I was all in on the University Gold 12s, those are pretty high on the list as well.
Yeah.
And again, I bought 3 pairs, which is why this month was a very light month as far as pickups go. Because I got 2 for me, 1 for my mom. Oof.
Yeah. Matter of fact, give me a second. Hold on.
But any other questions in there in the chat you guys want to hear us answer? Some insight you want us to bestow upon you? I'm trying to think, like, because it's funny, like how much time, looking at it now, it's like how much I spend sitting around and talking about this stuff with people because there's a lot of different topics revolving in like the shoe world or whatever. You can sit back and you can talk about like your next pickups. You can talk about like why you don't like these or what you would like to see them bring back, which for me, I'll ask Jeezy when he gets back, but the Air Max 2009 or the Air Max 2010?
This was another one I can't wait to wear.
Either one of those. Oh, what is that like the iridescent? Or
yeah, the Air Max the 98 this is the what they called it I forgot the official name of it, but this was the Europe exclusive that they had for I think sneakers and stuff was the only one who had them at the time.
Okay.
But they're not going very much on the aftermarket right now. I think it's since dipped for the most part, but this is still a clean shoe for me personally.
It's funny like
it was paying tribute because in Europe that's one of their favorite models too, the 98.
That and the Plus. At least in England. Right. In England, the Plus is huge.
Right. You can't even keep the shelf.
I think it was 10. Was it the Plus or there's something that because I get a lot of UK comments, and one of them was telling me that there's something. I think it was like it might be the 95s that they used to call that they also call like the 110s because they were so popular and for so long they caused 110 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking at that 98. Like I couldn't even remember what the sole looked like.
Yeah,
who would you like to see a sneaker company do a collab with? Sneaker company do a collab with. Who would I like to see do one?
Sneaker.
For some reason, like Lego comes to mind. It's like, I don't know why, but I'm not going to commit to that one because I can't see how it could come out that wouldn't look childish. I would, because that's a tough one. What's something that I would really like to see more of?
After seeing that McDonald's Travis Scott collab, I'm kind of fed up with collabs now. I'm kind of like, you know what? At this point.
Well, Kim, while I'm trying to think of my answer for that, who would you like to see do a collab? Because I'm starting to wonder here. Oh,
The real
they got a
question
pair
is,
of
the real
shoes.
question is, who hasn't had a collab yet?
Because it's like, because I mean, I think about like the wrestling thing, right? Where like, let's say they did like, okay, Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 12, and like they threw that colorway of his suit on like an Air Max 98 or something.
Right.
And then they took like Bret Hart from SummerSlam 93 and they threw this on the whatever. Something like that could be cool, right? But I'm trying to think of like big collaborations because honestly, like a lot of the collaborations I've seen that I liked, like the Ultra Boost, the Woodstock Ultra Boost. I never would have thought about that as
Right.
something to do, right? But I
And the
like,
I was about to say the Van Simpsons collab. I really liked that one as well.
yeah, that one very well. Has there been a Power Rangers one?
I think no, actually, I don't think they has had one.
So that could be one that could be mild. I mean, you could, in a way, you could just get on Nike ID and I guess make your own. But I'm,
I mean,
I haven't seen any. Well, it'd be hard to do because, like, I mean, you could probably do He-Man and Skeletor. No, Skeletor had that Diodora like a few years ago.
and I think didn't they have a Ninja Turtle pack with I think Diodora had one of those too, huh?
Man, what is? This is one of those questions where like it's gonna hit me at like 2 p.m. tomorrow out of nowhere. I'm like, this is it. This is what I want to see.
Now, the Dragon Ball collab with Adidas, that was underwhelming for me. That was the underwhelming one.
That's one of those ones where there were some things in there that were cool, but overall, like, again, if you put out 6 shoes and 4 of them you don't want,
right? It's
that
like
is not a good pack. Period.
Like y'all purposely chose like the least popular models. Like there was no Ultra Boost. You didn't like your Ultra Boost is your bread and butter. Why not? Why not put that in the collection?
Because again, like with the Curry pack, they did 3 simple colors, and it was perfectly done. They had really good quality on them, and they didn't go overboard.
Right.
And because I know like Ultra Boost did something with, like Ultra Boost did a collab with Neighborhood, which I'm still not entirely sure what Neighborhood is, but the shoe looks cool, but I don't know how it identifies with that person. The shoe that describes your personality. So that's honestly like the Beavis and Buttheads, because I'm a very simple man, just like them, just trying to enjoy my day and do that. Because I can't think of anything else. I mean, the only other thing that would actually, yeah, I showed off both shoes that describe my personality, because the guitar thing for these right here, these Dornbeckers, and then these right here, the Beavis and Buttheads. And I guess if you want to go with like the Win Like 82s for obvious reasons.
Right.
So there's that. And those black and yellow. Didn't I pull out some black and yellow Vapor Maxes? Oh yeah, that's one of these boxes, because the black and yellow thing. So I guess I pulled out every shoe that would match my personality without really thinking about it.
Right.
But that also goes to show that like a lot of the stuff that I buy is like I can identify with.
I mean, it's supposed to be a reflection of your personality at the end of the day.
That's very true. But what about you? Like, as far as some things you can think of that identify your personality in your collection?
Well, going back to the Nigel, like I said, that shoe just stuck out the most to me, just because of how they allowed him. Like, y'all really put this on the market. Like, y'all already gave him a messed up shoe. Like, but that describes my personality. Like, it's a no worry shoe. You could beat it up. You could thrash.
Oh man, like, see, oh, not sorry to interrupt
Go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
No, the Vans and Bob's Burgers, yes,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that would be a good one. Like, even like maybe I don't watch it so much right now, but like that's a favorite. American Dad is a favorite. I was just talking to Aqua Teen. I mean, I was just talking to McFly about Aqua Teen Hunger Force earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, like the Bob's Burgers, Golden Girls also, like that Golden Girls collab would sell like you wouldn't believe. I bet you that thing would be. They could general release it and it would still move. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it'd sell out if they made some money, but a lot of people would jump on them. And I honestly think that if they did it, I think that they would sell out before, you know, like they went on sale.
right.
So yeah, that's an excellent combination. Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking about that.
You said Aqua Teen. I'm thinking of the C Lab 2020.
Dude, like, okay, so Mike Tyson Mysteries, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I didn't know anybody really watched that besides like me and like 3 people that I talked to about it. But a couple years ago at Comic-Con, not the main Hall H, but over in the Indigo Ballroom where they have like Bob's Burgers and Archer and, you know, like the Adult Swim things, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They have the next biggest type things over there. But one year, you know, they had Mike Tyson. They had I can't think of the guy that does the ghost voice, but like they were both there, and I think the daughter was there. That was one of the funniest panels I had ever seen, just because Mike Tyson is naturally ridiculous. Like, so just being able to like get there and see him, and then at some point he sang the Bird Sex song for like whatever reason. Nobody asked him to do it, but he just kind of was talking about it. And then he's like, you know how the song goes? And he sang it, and like nobody jumped in, just him. So yeah, Mike Tyson Mysteries. See, Kim Strong is onto some things here. She needs to work for somebody, or at least get somebody to listen to her tips.
Right. Somebody, like I said, somebody from one of these companies is gonna see this.
But man, yeah, Mike Tyson Mysteries. Gosh, that was I don't know if they're still doing it or what, but that one held my attention for a while. It's got some good replay to it. Did you watch either of you watch what was it, The Jellies, the Tyler the Creator show?
I seen probably only one episode of that.
Cause like that's one I expected more of. Cause like when he was there again at Comic-Con, whatever year that was, like
2017 probably.
That could be right. He just like got me really into wanting to see it. He wasn't hyping it up. It's just like his personality is just like making me want to watch it.
Right.
And then I don't know if it was me or what, but the show just kind of fell a little flat, you know? It's kind of like, man, I mean, not everything's going to be a winner, but still. But again, the Mike Tyson Mysteries, that's a good one. It's just it's just ridiculous. It's like how Aqua Teen was, where it's just like a bunch of nonsense for 15 minutes,
right,
and then it goes off. Let's see.
Good old Adult Swim.
Yeah, because
Adult Swim.
Yeah, that you never know what's going to come on that channel, because they always have new shows.
I remember when it first came out, Adult Swim, like they took a big risk, just that shift in itself, like that big old shift they did.
Yes, like Gumball was in my my Flint 13 video, and people were like, "What is that you're watching?" Like, because when I did like the live cap spoof or whatever,
right,
which is actually how the live cop went for me.
Right.
Yeah, that was Gumball is crazy. It's like you watch, you're like, is this for kids or is this? Because it comes on late enough that it could get into adult, but it comes on all day on like Saturday, along with like We Bare Bears and stuff, you know. And that's
one of
another
those
good one.
envelope
Like
shits.
Grizz and Panda and Ice Bear. And what else?
The Green Ranger, Tommy was actually on the show.
Wait, say that again?
On We Bear Bears, the show when the Power Ranger episode.
I don't think so, because like
Power Ranger episode.
Because that would stand out to me for sure.
You should be able to look it up. That was hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, Gumball is people are missing out on Gumball. And what else? What else is out there? Like they should do a Gumball or Teen Titans or We Bear Bears. Yeah, man. Yeah,
I forgot about Adventure Time.
I would see. Oh, regular show would be a good one too.
Yeah,
yeah. Regular show was. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. But what I was gonna say though, like, I want to say it was us that talked about it. Was Primal?
Yeah. Primal.
Yeah, I don't know if that came back on to finish off its first season yet or not. But that's pretty good. Sometimes on the weekends, like I'll notice like Ken Pereira talks with you. Like it's a stupid show, but like you get caught up in it and you just can't turn it off. But let's see. But see, like again, We Bear Bears, that was one that I saw at Comic-Con because I sat in this room all day and they started with like what's that dude, like he's got like the little fro, Steven Universe, and then they went into like Let's Go KO, and then it was whatever else, and then they're like, yeah, We Bear Bears is a new show, and they had the guy that does Panda's voice doing the panel, but he just talks like that. That's just how he is.
Voice.
But he's also a little goofy. So it's like, so later I look back at it, it's like, so basically Panda did that panel. But yeah, I mean, they could, if they did an Adult Swim collab, like, and they just put all that stuff under that umbrella.
Right.
Man, like,
who would do it? The Adidas, Nike, Saucony.
Yeah. Kim, like, stay in touch because like I've gone every year since 2013.
Yeah.
And I've got a pretty good track record for getting through, you know, because like, it's a group effort, right? So if you're really trying to go, like, just make it known. Shoot, I don't even know when they're going to do the ticket sales because usually they'll do the first wave of ticket sales in October or November, which is for people who went during the summer. So like if you went in 2020 during July, the returning buyer or the returning people sale would be in like October, and then they do the public sale in November. So for me and like all my friends, we'll get our tickets for the most part in October, and then in November we just kind of clean up whoever, like maybe all of us got 4 days except for this one guy. We get him his last days he needs, and then we take care of all the friends and family. So usually we do pretty well. So just if you're trying to go or something, like just make it known later. And it's a good time. San Diego is really nice in July. You're gonna do a lot of walking, so bring something comfortable.
Yeah, I'm starting. I'm starting to miss all the conventions now.
Yeah, but my mom, she started going like 2 or 3 years ago, so I buy her new shoes whenever she goes. So kind of helps me keep track of how many times she's gone. I have not dressed up, but I've considered it. I was gonna do like this year. I was thinking I'm thinking I should go as Andre 3000 because I think I could pull this off. I just gotta do some hair things.
Which Andre 3000? That's the thing.
One of the versions of him from Hey Ya. So
yeah, I'm about to say.
So I'm like, yeah, thin enough. I got the build part, so like I think I can pull this off. And then there was one year that I was I was gonna just like walk around in some joggers and no shirt and say that I was Bruce Leroy because I figured I could do that.
Pull that off.
So I haven't dressed up, and I tell you, like, if assuming it happens next year, I could imagine there will be a lot of Black Panthers because it's always like
Yeah.
whatever happened, like whatever's big
Mhm.
becomes the thing at Comic-Con. I've seen so many Deadpool things. One of the coolest ones that I saw was, and it was mildly disgusting to look at it, but it was Taco Bell, right? So it was a mixture of like this guy who just likes Taco Bell and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. So Taco Bell.
Right.
Fat dude, bright yellow dress, it's like got the beard. He's like walking around with tacos and stuff, just looking nasty, but he's well dressed. So that was pretty cool. And I saw Max Headroom like a year or two ago, and I was like, "Are you Max Headroom?" He's like, "Yeah." Wow. It's like, how many people have recognized that? Black Jesus, yes.
Oh man,
Black Jesus. That was one of those hidden gems. Man, like Adult Swim has, like, if you look at everything that they've had, like, regardless of how long it aired or whatever, if you took the full list, they have had some really good shows. Some really good ones. I think they had Off the Air or something also. And that was like weird, but it was the kind of thing you could watch and fall asleep to because it was just like.
Talking about the show with Andre? No,
you're thinking like the Eric Andre show, but I think it was just called Off the Air.
Mm-hmm.
But it was almost like a series of screensaver type things or something. But I think it was on Netflix at some point.
Did they do a Space Ghost collab? Somebody did a Space Ghost collab, I think.
I don't know. But yeah, it was Off the Air. I'll have to send you some videos of it or something. Actually, wait, no. The thing will like let me screen share. So we'll pull this thing over here. Throw that in there. Let's see. Chrome tab. We want Adult Swim. Is that up there now? Yeah, it was like a weird show. It was just a series of things happening. And then it would go off, and then just move into something else. It'd just be everything lasted for like 5 to 10 or maybe like 15, 20 seconds or something. Yeah. And then it would shift into something else.
I really think somebody was high when they was doing the show.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I recognize Max Headroom in current shows all the time. Yeah, it's one of those things like all those characters, I don't know what they are, who they are, whatever. You just watch them and you know them because they're a part of your like childhood or something.
Right.
And then like you start thinking about these, and I think like was like the Moon Man he was in commercials like, was it McDonald's? I forget who he was in commercials for. Let's see. What's that? The 90s, I think. Mac Tonight. It was the McDonald's commercials.
Wasn't that was the 90s?
Oh, okay. Well, one of these says 89. One of these said like 90s.
That was 80s.
Yeah, it might. Maybe. I see one that says 90s, but I see some stuff that says 80s. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, Kim knows. Him and like the Noid from Domino's, right?
Yeah, the Noid from
Domino's.
Damn, what that boy name was from Burger King, Zap or something like that. The futuristic glasses, and he had the little remote control or something like that.
I can think of Captain N, the Game Master. He had it on his belt, hung out with Kid Icarus and Castlevania, dude. That was around the time when like the Mario 3 cartoon was a thing. But lots of times I can picture commercials and like the people from them,
Yeah.
But it's like some of those things, like they kind of just get mixed up because you start thinking like, hey, it could happen. It's like, and you picture this kid in like the McDonald's commercial,
Right.
but then you start to think like, wait, so who was the kid from Kicks? And you're like,
I mean, like, man, look.
oh man, you had the Avoid the Noise shirt?
I'm gonna find that.
Man, like those characters back then were like such iconic things looking back at them, and now it's like, do people still have like ad icons like that now?
I don't think so.
Because like all the ones that I can think of are either old or are just from the past. Like,
Right.
like they just never stopped using it.
I mean, they redid Chuck E. Cheese. The Chuck E.
Yeah.
They redid him.
Because like, what was I gonna say? Like all those dudes that used to hang out with Ronald McDonald, like the Hamburglar and
Yeah,
Grimace, like,
Hamburglar.
do they still use those guys at all? I don't even know.
No, it's just Ronald. I think I don't even think it's him anymore. It's Travis Scott.
Yeah, just Cactus Jack and Ronald McDonald.
Right.
Man. Yeah, I don't think they really have. They just don't have that presence anymore, which is unfortunate.
I think the product sells itself now that they just like, I just spend this much on marketing.
Yeah, the brawny guy with his big like flannel shirt and stuff.
Right.
They were.
Yeah, she said maybe just Mr. Clean.
Man, and who was it? Like the other day, man, I can't remember. Oh, McFly, he made a joke in one of his videos about like, I can't remember the dude's name from the commercial. He's like, man, I might have to call so and so because I'm trying to get my money. If they don't, if StockX doesn't come through, and I'm like, oh, just dial this number, and it's like 877 cash now.
Oh, like, JG Wentworth.
Yes, because it's like stuck in my head from like years of hearing it. It's like 877 cash now.
Right. I don't even think they use the Kool-Aid Man anymore.
I have a Kool-Aid Man Funko thing. I got a lot of those Funko things. Like I think I got the Tootsie Roll owl. I got like the Twinkie dude.
Yeah.
The toucan from like Fruit Loops. I don't remember if I got the tuna the Starkist tuna thing, but
did they do a lucky leprechaun?
I don't think so. And I don't think I ever went back and got the Smokey the Bear either.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they ever did one for McGruff the Crime Dog.
I don't think they did either.
I was like kind of dating ourselves here. But,
I tell them all the time, like, I mean, I'm old, but I mean.
Oh, man, like, I remember winning a giveaway at a Toys R Us, not winning a giveaway, but if you watched the Mario 3 cartoon and then you went to your local Toys R Us and told them the password, they give you something.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, what's going on, Corby? But
you remember the old Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah. From like
back in the day.
That was like somewhere in the first half of the 90s.
Yeah, that was like 92, 93, 94. Yeah, 92, 93, 94. Yeah, they did this little contest where we had to get the code and then we had to go to KB Toys and get whatever they were doing. And then they were doing something cool. It was a whole lot of crap back then.
Man, yeah, I didn't forget about KB Toys, but like when I'm in a mall, like I'm so used to like for many years, like going in and going to the toy store and like looking and be like, oh wow, they got the foot soldiers in. Because like, again, this was like 87, 88 or whatever. And now there's no real toy store in the mall unless you want to count like GameStop because it's like the closest thing. But what was I going to say? There was a comment in there about Toys R Us, right?
Yeah.
Like the Target that I go to most of the time is next to what used to be a Toys R Us. And man, it's just like, it sucks walking past that because like, you see this huge building. All they did was just take the sign off and lock the doors. and you just look at it and you're like, this building used to mean so much.
Right.
It's like I used to go to Toys R Us just because. It's like I remember going to El Paso, and like whenever I would go to El Paso, I would, because it took me so long to get there, I would go to all kinds of places. And I would drive all the way across that city to Toys R Us just to walk through it.
Right.
And then they took it away.
Right. I mean, it's an experience. It's memories, but it's an experience at the same time. Like Kim Strong said, I do feel bad for like today's kids because, like, I mean, even back when I was young, like the Toys R Us in my area, they used to hold video game tournaments and stuff like that. So I mean, that was, and then you could it was traveling video game tournaments around the state. But like, I mean, Toys R Us to me meant a lot because now that I have a child, she got to experience that. Like, I like looking at her just run around and frolic around the store.
Right.
That's an experience I had, so that's an experience I wanted her to have.
Because
like,
being able to like buy her whatever it is,
right.
you think she's gonna gravitate towards.
Right.
And then, because I mean, I don't have any kids, but like I would do the same for like my sister. You know what I mean? When she's
right.
like,
my little brother too. He was 12 years younger than me, so I mean, once he got to a certain age, I was able to do the same thing with him.
Yeah. So like, because I remember getting her a dollhouse once. It was like a nice like deluxe size thing. Like Barbie was living good, man. And because she really wanted it, and I ordered it. Like, you know, then Dad put it together because I didn't live there anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she showed it to me when I got there, and you know, it's like now though I will say like what's weird now is that like now she's not asking for, you know, doll houses anymore. She's asking for like housewarming things. Like,
right.
You know, I really need a crock pot, Tristan. I'm like, I got you.
The things change, but it remains the same.
Yeah, and I do remember that table full of all like the little
they had the little plastic ring around so they don't fall off the table.
Because it's like when you see those are like the background characters in like the Toy Story movies.
Yeah.
Man. So speaking of like catalogs and stuff, right? So I lived in England for a little while, and I was doing a little action figure hunt, trying to complete that set of Ninja Turtles up there. And I go into this toy store, right? Because I found it on Google Maps or whatever. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get in there and walk around and kind of, you know, see what a toy store is like over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I get in there, and they give me like almost like a phone book, you know, like this is what we have, so you can flip through it. It's like it's kind of broken down in some kind of way alphabetically, and I was like, what? I'm like, it's the strangest thing because like it's like if you try to go to a Foot Locker and like they hand you like kind of like an East Bay magazine,
right?
It's like, I mean, this will get the point across, but it's not at all the same.
It's not the shopping experience, like
no, not at all.
So they basically gave you a checklist and just check off what you want, give it to them, and they'll come back for it.
Yeah, I mean, they had the stuff somewhere around there, you know, in their warehouse or whatever. But it was just, I'm so used to like walking in and just looking around, you know.
Right.
But as she says about giving it to her daughter and like just walking or marking through the magazine, marking off what you want.
Right.
Yeah, like I remember those days of getting, you know, whether it was like a video game magazine or, you know, like a comic book that might show you like the other comics that are coming out, like whatever it is, you look at it and it shows you all this other stuff that you want to see, because that was the only way you'd find out about anything.
Right. Shoot, right now, at the time, the Toys R Us magazine will be coming out around August.
Man, it's just crazy. It's like now, I mean, we all know that Christmas is coming up, so that's like product cycles and stuff.
Right.
And so people are going to start getting everything out there.
You remember the Finger Hut books?
What's that?
Finger Hut books.
That sounds really familiar.
We got Fingerhut books, J.C. Penney books.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to picture it,
It was
but
like you buy like it was basically you bought everything on credit through the magazine.
that reminds me of the I feel like most of us went through it like the Columbia House or BMG Music days. Ah man, like I feel like a lot of people would not give them their money enough to the point that like I don't know how they made money.
I mean, like I said, it was on credit. So I mean, if you willing to take that risk.
Cause like I just man, what's this like? Last video game I had was, I'm not a huge gamer anymore. I still buy like the systems, but like until Tony Hawk came out, like the last time I played this PlayStation, ooh man, I think maybe like a Ratchet and Clank game or something, maybe like Tomb Raider. It's like I just don't make the time for it.
Yeah, this is the year I'm coming out of retirement. I had the whole speech wrote up.
Man, like, and she's saying like talking about selling the Sega Genesis. Where is it? Like, I don't even have the system, but a friend of mine got me this for my birthday. Shoot, just knocked down Chris Jericho and almost knocked down that bubbly thing too.
Oh man.
A friend of mine got me this. This is the Sega CD version of what's this game called? Slam. Man, you can barely even read this. It's so the graffiti. Slam City, the Scottie Pippen game.
Yeah. It was basically a movie.
It was like a cinematic game, and it was because like you know how on YouTube now like one of the things is like
that game was underrated, man.
People will get on YouTube and like they'll play through games, right? And so I happened to click on this one day, and it was only like 20 minutes, and I was just gonna watch like a second of it to see what it was all about. Got sucked in, watched the whole thing, watched somebody beat the game, and I'm like, that game looks. What was going on in the night?
You had to play Scottie Pippen at the end.
Yeah, but I will say, I can't even begin to estimate how many hours on Super Nintendo were poured into NBA Live 95, and then however many hours were poured into NBA Jam on the Sega Genesis. Oh my God, man, I was up and down those courts.
Oh man.
What was it? I think I was on Live 95, I was a not Rockets, Sonics guy. Yeah.
I think I still have my it's on the Super Nintendo.
Hold on a second, let me see something here. Where is it?
Oh man. Contra. Yeah, Contra on Super Nintendo. Metroid. Oh man, I had everything.
Yeah, you talk about Contra, like these guys right here. I had to get these things as a huge Contra player back in. When did the first Contra come out?
I think it was 80. Was it 89?
Whenever that was, I was not good at it, but man, I was playing it like you wouldn't believe. Man, I was like that spray gun and like that wavy one and stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah, on Super Nintendo, I honestly think I only had like 3, maybe 4 games, because I had Wild Snake, which was like a form of Tetris with snakes. I had the Super Mario game, and I had this NBA Live, and I remember wanting Killer Instinct, but I don't think I ever actually got it. To this day, I I'm not even sure if I've ever played Killer Instinct, and that was one of the fighting games that I really wanted to play, like from the dawn of time.
It was funny. I had all my Street Fighter games were on Super Nintendo, and all my Mortal Kombat games wound up being on Sega.
Man, there were a lot of good games though. Do you remember the Virtual Boy?
Yeah, Virtual Boy. Yeah,
that thing was rough.
And damn, what was it? I had a Super Game Boy. You know, it was an adapter for the Super Nintendo that let you play Game Boy games on it.
Really?
It was called the Super Game Boy. That's how I was able to play all my old Paperboy games, Pokemon. I used to play my Pokemon games on Super Nintendo, so that was how I got through it.
Man, Paperboy, because I had the Game Boy, the original Game Boy,
right?
And I had like the Ninja Turtles game, Tetris, Dr. Mario, all the other Mario like world games, whatever they were called. Paperboy though, that is the one I remember playing the most.
Oh man, Game Gear. I had a Game Gear too.
And I feel like there was a Spider-Man game with Carnage in it.
Yeah, Maximum Carnage.
No, it wasn't Maximum Carnage, but I'm saying like on Game Boy.
Was it?
There was a.
I want to say it was Maximum Carnage because it went on all the consoles.
I think was it Spider-Man 2? Man, like. Yeah, it was Spider-Man 2 for Game Boy. Where's that screen share option? Chrome tab, Spider-Man 2. So that one, are you seeing that?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that one on the right.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
Streets of Rage, but man, like Kim was saying, that Contra thing was like, that was rough. It was very rough. But yeah, that
was my game.
I feel like I had a lot of Game Boy games, but I can't remember most of them. And there's a really good Mario game on there, but I just can't think of what it was.
Dr. Mario.
And what was another one? Kirby's Dream Land. Dream World, whatever.
And you didn't have a Game Gear, huh?
I did not have a Game Gear.
That was a battery killer.
Oh, hold on a second. So Kim just brought up Miss Pac-Man, right?
Yeah.
I had a Miss Pac-Man game on Sega because like my mom, she bought it for me and she's like, here, like I got you a new game, you might like it, whatever. And it was cool, right? I have nothing against Pac-Man. I wasn't like a fan going into it, but when she got it for me, I was like, all right, yeah, sure, cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so later, when I was in Iowa for 8th grade, because I went back there just to kind of like live there for a year, just to hang out with the family again or whatever. And so we went up to my cousin's house, well, my aunt's house, because she had the kids and stuff. So my aunt that was staying with me, they would play together because like they were sisters, so they would just she found out that I had Miss Pac-Man, so they would sit there and they just play that for hours,
right,
while we were just running around doing whatever we were doing. So I would use that kind of like as an excuse to get her to want to go up there. I'm like, oh, so are we gonna go up there and are you gonna play Miss Pac-Man today? Because that meant like I got to go play with my cousins,
right.
So like they'd go up there, they'd be playing that. Maybe we'd be outside, maybe we'd be in their room playing NBA Jam or something. Mm-hmm. Those were good times, man. Very good.
And Blockbuster, every Friday, go to Blockbuster, get a game for the week, and try to hurry up and beat it before Monday.
And hope that, I remember going to Blockbuster and getting games, and like you see, I don't know how yours was or if they were all the same, but like there'd be like the case of the game or the movie in front of the actual game. So you had to go over there and like hope that like there's one that like they still have some. So you're looking behind them, like, and we're going in there
like,
to.
we only had 3 copies of this game.
Yeah.
Damn it.
See, I used to love watching people play Donkey Kong Jr. at the arcade.
Oh man.
I didn't get to play any of those until the Super Nintendo, and like did I own those? I think I owned one of them.
Yeah, I had Donkey Kong Country and
You know what game I never owned though, but did want was the remember the Clay Fighter game?
What it was, Clay Fighter. It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was Clay Fighter. I don't know. It was like, yes. Yeah, that.
Let me see. Okay.
Is that still showing up? All right, good.
Yeah, it's showing up.
Hey, like, I think we've I'm guessing we're all in the same range because we're all talking about a lot of the same stuff. It's just we're just not saying how old we were when those things happened.
Old enough.
But we all seem to remember. So we were all at least old enough to have the memories.
Oh man.
But man, it's just like I look at so many of the things now, kind of like what Kim was saying earlier about like kids not having certain things to appreciate later. Right. It's like there were so many things going on back then that I still look back at and have like some really good memories and appreciation for, you know?
Right.
And I don't know if it was just because like part of it might have been because you just didn't have everything like right there at your fingertips, you know?
Right.
But at the same time, it's just like when I look at certain things now, it's like what of this world that was produced in, say, like the last 3 to 5 years are people really going to be talking about in 20 years from now? Because like you go back 20 years, let's see, that puts at 2000. So yeah, people are. I mean, it may not be a common thing, but people still talk about like, let's say like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, right? That's still a thing that comes up from time to time. Like the things that were going on in wrestling still comes up, right? The shows and stuff that were on TV, you know, people still like those.
I mean, people still thought. I mean, Michael Jordan and the 90s Bulls is still a thing 30 years later.
Yes, people still talk about those things like they're happening because they mattered.
Right.
And they're just going to hold on to that because it does, and it always will. Let's see, you ever look at graphics to old games and think, man, this looks... Yes, I do. Like that was one of the first things I thought of when I pulled up this Clay Fighter game. But I mean, because I remember when in the arcade seeing Mortal Kombat for the first time and thinking, wow, that's like a real person.
Right.
It is not. Not anymore.
I mean, comparing it to today's games, like for example, like remember when Star Fox first came out?
Yeah, and you had to get like the
that was like
memory thing.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about the Super Nintendo one, the one back.
I mean, okay, well, that's what made it work. Cause like there was like an extra chip in the cartridge, and like later on, if you have an emulator, I think it doesn't work because
of the chip.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, and I'm thinking back, this is 96, 97. I was importing games from Japan to play on my PlayStation because I had a Goldfinger. I had an adapter for that.
Man.
But you had to really look for these things back in the day. Like it wasn't like the internet wasn't as big as it is now.
No. And like I didn't have broadband internet for a while.
Oh, I tell everybody the story. I told my daughter's mom, I said we didn't have cable until like 99 or 98.
Yeah, because we had dial-up from like 96 to 90. When did we get DSL? We might not have got DSL until we moved to Georgia, which was like summer 2000.
Yeah, I think 2001. Like whichever AOL disc came out at that time, that's when we got that. Remember they used to mail little AOL update disc and all that every month, every 2 months, or however long it was.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of those. I remember I wasn't even sure what to do with one, but like I went to my friend's house, like, hey, like I got this disc, like, can we use this to like get on the internet? Like, what is the internet?
And what can I do with it?
Like, I feel like I want to see what it's all about. And I remember like when I did start using, the internet, which was when I was younger and had moved here to Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first night or something, I was up all night just like man, there's so much information out here. And obviously I wasn't like reading about like science, whatever. You're just like reading about video games and you're just looking at like things about music and like, they have lyrics to songs. Like apparently what Bone is saying in those songs are actual words. And yeah, the chat rooms and stuff, it's like I'd feel so weird right now if I was like to go online and find a chat room and jump in it. But at the time, that was just what you did.
Right.
Now, also being like on the geekier side of the spectrum, I spent a lot of time in IRC later because, from like getting into the internet, then I got into like learning about programming and all this stuff. And it just takes you in a certain path.
Right.
Along the same thing everybody else is doing. Just while they're over here on the chat rooms, I'm on like FNet trying to figure out stuff.
Right.
And I used to be in there like so much talking about like new computer hardware, whatever, just because you could just find a room that you could jump in for whatever you were into. But now, like, I don't know if people still do that.
I was about to tell Kim, I still have my original AOL email address. It's still current. It is still current.
I still check my Hotmail every several months just to see what's going on in there.
Oh, I can't even remember the code for that one.
Oh, well, for me, and up until recently when I started using LastPass, like when I got my first GeoCities account, which again, being some dated information, the randomly generated password they sent me, the 6 characters, because that was strong as the password needed to be then.
Right.
Like that became the basis for all other passwords that I would create for the next, God, like that was like 96.
Right.
For the next 24 years, which is crazy. So it's like, obviously now I use LastPass for certain ones so I can get them randomly generated and stored securely. But there's still a lot of them where like it's based off of that. And I look at it like, man, like I've been typing this string of characters for this long.
Yeah, as simple as my old AOL password is like super complicated. It's like, wait, these little, just what you said, it's only 6 characters, but it's like, wait, it's super complicated to like remember over the course of, like, if you didn't think about it often, you would forget about it.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm a huge music person. That's one of the things I was rambling on about in one of my videos a while ago, right? Like, I mean, I know you look around and it's like you see all wrestling and shoes, but like there's a CD collection, there's like basses and stuff. Like music is my thing, right? Like if this was another year, I'd probably be at a concert right now. But when all that stuff was going on, like the finding MP3s and because I would only download a single MP3 at a time because it took so long, it took like 10 minutes to get a single song. And then you might get it and then it might not even be the song you want. It's like you look for Earth, Wind and Fire. This is like, I don't know, Cool in the Gang or something. But I go in there and I'm getting songs and I made so many like mixtape CDs back then. And when I play them now, like there's a CD. It's probably somewhere around here. Like if I put it in, it'd probably start off with like Shaggy. You know what I'm saying? And then go to like a Wyclef song. It's like, because like, yep, this was clearly from mid 2000.
Oh man. And she's
But yeah,
talking about LimeWire. Like
I was what did I use?
I had MP3 Rocket.
I had Napster and well, I didn't use Napster a lot, but there was like this other thing like MX something.
Mm-hmm. I had a MP3 Rocket, and you couldn't pay me to put LimeWire on none of my computers at the time.
And looking back at it, I probably had so many viruses and malware on those computers. Luckily, that stuff wasn't sophisticated then.
Right.
But man, whew, like just the security side of me now is like, what was I doing back then? Man.
No, I'm saying to myself, I'm glad I never had like important information on like my two computers back then. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like I'm like now, I keep VPNs on the phone, so when I'm like on public Wi-Fi,
right.
It's like all kinds of stuff that I'm doing now. They're like I look at all the documents, like look at all the websites I'm going to. I mostly only go to the same things now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like there's shoe sites, music. Well, music is mostly like Spotify and wrestling things. But man, back then, just throw caution to the wind.
Oh man, no, don't let nobody know you had a CD burn on your computer back in those days. It was like, oh my God, bro. Man. Could you burn this for me? Like, no.
I remember buying a CD burner, and my mom was like, "But we're gonna have to take the computer somewhere to have it installed." I'm like, "I can do it." She's like, "I don't want you breaking the computer." So like, at night, I would take the computer apart, put the CD drive in there, burn all the CDs I needed to burn,
and take
it back apart, put it together again, just so she wouldn't be on to me. Yeah, that was. And there were also plenty of times where I would mess something up, have to learn how to fix it before she, decided to use the computer again. I'm good now, though. I'm definitely good now.
I think my grandmother was like, "Damn it, all these computer classes I ain't put him in," because I was reading about my grandmother. She wanted me to go into tech. I said, wow. I love it, but my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah, and that's me, and like, yeah, there's certain aspects of it that I wish I had stuck with, but like, it's one of those things where there's so many ways to go, right? And I ended up kind of just falling down one path, whereas like, had I stuck with certain other things, who knows what I might be doing right now, but it's one of those things where you can't go wrong with any of it.
Right.
It's just like, there's days where I wish like, because I learned not in depth, but I dabbled in like a few different like programming languages over the years and stuff. It's like, man, I could have stuck with that, or maybe if I had stuck with like the infrastructure side of things and like went down like firewalls and things like that. But at the end of the day, as it stands right now, I've got a pretty good skill set. So
I think
I'm able to buy stuff.
Yeah, I think I got to the point where I was it was software testing, but my niche was I like being around people. I like actually interacting. Like I could test the product, I could show you what works, but at the same time, how are you going to sell this product to somebody?
That's the big part. Yeah.
If you can't sell it, like if you can't market it, if you can't do this, like then what are we even doing here? That was my whole thing. But like I said, I like being around the customer, like the actual consumers, because like for me, that's always been my thing. I like being where people are. Like that's never going to go away.
Right, because and that needs to happen for people to. Because otherwise, stuff just is there, or people buy something that doesn't quite meet their needs, and they might end up with something that does what they need it to do, but they might not know how to use it because it does so much.
Well, that goes back. companies now, just what we were saying with McDonald's. Like Ronald McDonald had a whole game, and now
Yeah.
The marketing now is like, well, we don't have to do this anymore. The product sells itself.
Yeah, it really does. But off the topic of the dual cassette tapes, I remember once like wanting to record a tape and had to do it in the most bootleg way possible, and like sit two tape players in front
Next
of
to
each
each
other.
other.
Yeah, just like play and record at the same time.
Yeah, I had a boom box that we had to sit up at it'd be 12 o'clock to about 1 o'clock and just press the record, and then once the commercial come on, hurry up and press the stop button so it wouldn't record none of the commercials on there.
Yeah, that was
those.
And then even when you wanted to hear a song, like I remember when, and I told this story before in some live or somewhere, like I remember getting excited when I would hear songs on the radio because that told me that, hey, like I'll probably see the video later this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when the Doggy Dog World video or when the song came on the radio, I was so excited to get home and watch hours of MTV just so I could see it. I would look at what shows were coming up, and I'm like, okay, so the top 10 comes on tonight at 12, so I'm just gonna have to stay up and watch that. And I remember there were times where I'd watch all 10 videos, and not one of them would be the song I wanted to see.
Yeah, now it's like they do a song and it's like 6 months before that video come out now.
Yeah, it's like, and there's so much music coming out because like at the time it's like if you wanted your stuff out there were like a few ways to do it.
Right.
I mean, like if I wanted to, if I took the time to like make a song right now, like I could call up a couple friends of mine, like, hey, like which studios are open right now, like because I'm trying to like get in the next week and create this, and then I could do that and then say, okay, well, do you still have connections to like this station, or maybe I can get it played on like the ODU network. But I could go from having nothing whatsoever to a song played on a radio station like in like almost no time at all.
Right.
Whereas like then it's like that wasn't the case.
It was like pulling teeth back then.
Let's see. And Kim saying I can't keep up with music now. I stay in my little bubble when it comes to. Yeah, largely I do the same thing. The way I used to hear about stuff was through concerts, because like if I go to see Panic at the Disco and like Weezer opens for him or something, like and like Andrew McMahon or something, so okay, yeah, like I didn't know they had new stuff out. So then I might find out about it that way. But I got to the point to where I was going to shows all the time. I was getting recommended stuff all the time through like compilation albums. And it's like I started to think like at this point I don't want to find out about new music. I don't want to like go and put myself in a position to do it, because like you're just going to end up with more and more and more and more. Because especially now it's like to hear a song, all you really need is like Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon or Google Play or YouTube Music, as it will be soon. So you can do that. You can have all the access to everything you want, but that doesn't change the fact that there's only 24 hours in a day, and only like maybe 16ish of it you're like awake and even able to do anything with, right? So it's like, what are you going to do with all this music that you even find out about? So in the same way that I have shoes that I haven't worn yet, I have albums that I haven't listened to enough to truly appreciate yet. Right. And that's kind of like my thing. At least with the music, though, I can constantly add to it without really paying, other than my like $16 a month for my Spotify family account.
Right.
This gets out of hand.
Right. Yeah,
but yeah,
I mean, bands back in the day, I like finding bands before they actually hit the radio, or like get a big break or blow up like that.
Let's
Like
see.
when,
Who's an artist you wish you'd seen in concert? For me, MJ, Prince, Luthers. So definitely those first two for sure.
Yeah.
Who else haven't? Because there's some other big names that I had wanted to see. Like I don't know if they stopped because they were supposed to do a final tour, but I did want to see George Clinton.
Mhm.
Who else? I was able to see. I was never a big Linkin Park fan, but when I lived in England, they did the download or the Reading Festival, and they played like the Hybrid Theory album because it's like the anniversary. So I did get to see that whole thing from end to end. So that's cool. Same with Soundgarden. I saw them at some point, so I was able to get in before all that.
Right.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Who else? Who's all out there? I know it's not like I don't know where it would have happened, but I would like to have seen Regulators performed live. But
Mhm.
you know, without Nate Dogg, it's not going to be the same. What else? Oh, Notorious B.I.G. Yeah, definitely him. That would have been a good one to see for sure. And Outcast, it seems like that won't be happening. So that's one that I would like to have seen. Who else? I would like to have seen Hole when like they were at their peak because that sounds like a good time.
Mhm.
You know? Oh, Whitney Houston, yeah, I can see that. Run DMC. I saw one half of Run DMC when I stuck into a saloon in Sturgis, South Dakota once. So that was
Oh, Kim said
weird.
Amy Winehouse.
That was weird, but it happened. Tom Petty. Tom Petty. I would like to have seen Tom Petty. That would have been pretty nice. And who else? As far as still under the performance, even though it's a different type,
Mhm.
George Carlin. I'll just throw that out there too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I got to see the Hot Boys before like the big concerts and all that. So I mean, I already got to see that. I think Michael and Prince would have been like the top biggest ones. Man, yeah, I definitely would have liked to see like a West Coast concert, probably Pac and just what you said, West Coast West Side Connection, and
Yeah. Because because again, there's some people that are alive still, but like it would have been cool to have seen them in a
in their
specific
prime,
time.
right?
Yeah.
I would love to see another Linkin Park. I would love to see a Linkin Park concert. Back in the day, it was still like early and up and coming. And
yeah. Earlier on, like I feel like it's not a lot of people saying it, but there's a time when I would have liked to have gone to like a Silk the Shocker concert. So like, I know it's it's just one of those things, you know. It's like certain stuff.
I would say this: I wouldn't have paid to go Silk the Shocker if it was just him. No.
Okay, yeah, I mean that would have been a little much, yes. But if it was like, I don't know, if it was one of those like,
I will find some old footage for you, and I'll send it to you. I'm gonna find some old footage for you, and I'll send it to you. With that whole just Silk the Shocker clips on there.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to think like, cause I'm.
Oh yeah, AC/DC.
Let's see, who else would have been? How did I forget this one? Boston. I would have really have liked to have seen Boston, like More Than a Feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have been a good time. That would have been because like they have some good songs, man.
And
maybe like Foreigner and Journey, like some of those other things before, like, in their older days. MC Hammer, like I know we're getting away from the people that have passed away, but still, it's like just if I had been able to go to like the Too Legit to Quit tour or something.
Right. That was hot.
Hey, right? Like I did go to my first okay, so continuing on the music thing, to Kim and to you, Jeezy, I want to know, and to Robert as well, the first music act you saw in person. For me, was Janet Jackson during the Black Cat tour. I'm thinking 1990, possibly 91.
It was
Or is it 89? It might have been 90.
First live concert was Teen Summit. I believe that was 2002, 2003. I'm gonna just say this: it was basically a watered down version of your favorite artist at the time. I think eventually it turned into the Scream tour. Eventually, like, cause that's all it had. It had like younger acts, like it had even a lot of No Limit rappers and stuff like that coming down. It was basically a southern, like what Summer Jam was.
Okay.
It was basically a southern Summer Jam.
Man, I went to Super Jams 95, and who was there? I remember like Rappin' Forte was there. I want to say, what was that? What's that other group? Man, now I can't think of their name. It was just on the tip of my tongue. They were on like the Friday soundtrack. Man, it was like a lot. If you were like a big rapper in 95, you were probably there.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen Ludacris. I wouldn't mind seeing that either.
Man.
Your first concert was Lil Wayne, was still with the Hot Boys.
Yeah.
That
was it.
Let's see, what was a bad concert? Well, I've been to some bad concerts because like sometimes I go to things with people just because. And I went to a metal show one year and it just would not stop. It was like 5 bands. I'm like, man, this is gonna be forever because I know how these things go.
I'm gonna say this. Oh, I wanted to address this with Kim Strong. She's not lying about it being terrible. It was just the production production was good. It was just like the presence was bad. I will say that. Like, you know how you have actual performers that know how to perform on stage? Yeah, that wasn't their forte.
Man, the Killers. What's the name? Brandon Flowers. I saw him solo live once. That dude is good. I don't know if he ever came out with another album, but that dude is good. Panic at the Disco is really good too. I saw him perform in.
I don't know if it'll ever happen. I would like to see another Watch the Throne tour. Like, I think you can't replicate that one.
Another what tour?
Watch the Throne.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying somebody's name. I was like,
Watch the Throne tour.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, okay. I didn't catch that the first time. Man, you know what show that I saw that was a lot better and I was more into it than I expected? Bon Jovi. Like, I know that I like a lot of Bon Jovi songs, but I did not realize until I went to that show that I was a big Bon Jovi fan. I don't think he played a song I didn't know the words to. I was like,
what year was this?
What's that?
What year was it?
2011.
2011? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Bon Jovi has over 30, 40 years worth of experience now.
Yeah, but the thing was, and the other thing that was crazy about this was it was the first time I ever saw a show where it was only the main performer. Because later he played for forever too.
Right.
Later on, I did see Kylie Minogue, and she performed by herself. And who was it? I saw Madonna once, and whoever opened for her, I remember just wishing that it hadn't happened because it was really bad.
Yeah, YouTube concert I would like to see one of those.
Let's see. U2? Okay. Who is it? Muse puts on a good show. That was really good. Also, who was it? Arctic Monkeys,
Mm-hmm.
Queens of the Stone Age. Like, for all the wrong reasons, Guar and the Insane Clown Posse are definitely things to at least experience at some point in your life. Who else? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Did I say that? I feel like I did. I've seen them a couple times.
The Gap Band.
I haven't seen them. I saw Morris Day and the Time once, so that was good. Let's see. Well, 9 years ago, 2011. What was I doing in 2011? I saw almost to the day. I had tickets to see Blink 182 and My Chemical Romance right down the street at the Virginia Beach Amphitheater. Couldn't make it. Had to give the tickets away.
That would have been dope.
Then My Chemical Romance broke up right after that because I missed their tour up in DC when they played the 930 Club because I bought Rise Against tickets instead, which was cool. But had I known My Chemical Romance was going to break up, probably would have gone that route. As far as country goes, I'm not a huge country guy, but I tell you what, when I was at the Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow concert, I know they're kind of on that fringe level, but man, like when they played Picture, that was like a life goal for me. I'm in the main Virginia, like standard Virginia, whatever you want to call it, the Hampton area. Man, yeah, there's been some good shows that I've been to. Like sometimes it's like the performance.
Yeah, I'm not a huge country music fan myself, despite the demographic I live around.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I'm not gonna say I haven't heard country songs that I do like. I've liked some Darius Rucker work, I listen to a lot of Will Hoge, and that's kind of country.
Garth Brooks when he was still sane.
I have never knowingly listened to any of his music. Who's that? What's that woman's name? Faith something?
Faith Hill?
Yeah. Her? She had a song that I really liked a while ago. Who has This Kiss? That
Reba?
Like now I'm just like these things, it's all starting to come back to me. So I did see My Chemical Romance at Warped Tour 2004 or 2005. I want to say Warped Tour 2005. And I also saw them with Alkaline Trio at I can't think of the venue, but it was in Atlanta when I lived in Georgia. And I missed Gerard Way's solo thing. I actually just bought a My Chemical Romance related Funko thing like the other day. I think it's in this box. From the Danger Days tour. I don't know if Kim are we.
No,
I don't think
that comment was.
Huh?
I was reading Kim's comment before this with Dolly Parton.
So Gerard Way, some of you guys might know him from My Chemical Romance. Some of you guys might know him for the Umbrella Club, Umbrella Academy, excuse me. Yeah, this was from their final album that they did, the Danger Days. I don't know, Kim. Like I don't think I know you on Instagram, do I? I think I only see you on like the YouTube comments.
Yeah, and then there was that whole I was listening to J Rock and J Pop for a while.
Let's see.
TM Revolution and all those other Japanese artists.
Let's see. Do I see? the closest thing I've seen to like a Japanese artist is this band called Cold Rain. I saw them when I saw Chiodos in somewhere in London for my birthday in 2014. Because I think, yeah, because sometimes like things line up and I get to see a show on my birthday. So 2013 I saw The Darkness. 2014 I saw Chiodos. But yeah.
The other band from Japan, Morning in Las Vegas.
Let's see, just made the IG. Okay. I have to add you on there. I mean, there's a link somewhere in here, right? Yeah. Does that link work? Let me see.
Oh, here we go. Kim.
Huh?
Kim Strong, I just found it on IG.
I don't know where anybody is. I'm just gonna paste this link since I can do that real quick. Yeah, just click that and I'll see like the stuff in there, because I do get I'm not gonna say I get a lot of requests, but like I'll get some spam requests like regularly. So it's like it'll just be like some random account, and then you click on it, it's like, I sell shoe and buy shoe. Contact me on WhatsApp. It's like, no, thank you.
Or the famous if you answer this question right, you get a discount on whatever shoes or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's like I'm not trying to do any of that. Okay, there we go. Cool.
First 5 comments gets a discount.
Yeah, no thank you.
Back, yeah.
Oh man, but all right, probably gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up. It's been really good talking with you guys tonight and everything. It's just did a little sneaker battle thing. That was fun. Went through maybe about a dozen or so questions.
Yeah,
a favorite movie.
I guess coffee's not coming back.
No. My favorite movie, I'm gonna give you 2, right? So one is Good Will Hunting, because I feel like I can relate to that movie in some ways. And 2, one that I can't really relate to whatsoever, The Devil's Rejects. I just like it.
Baby Boy is one of my all-time favorite movies. Baby Boy and man,
Wait.
I would have to say The Devil's Advocate is my other favorite movie.
Let's see. I was trying to see if because they recently put a bunch of other movies out here on my shelf, so I don't see the. Wait, there we go. So I was looking for just one of them, but because they were both like side by side, this right here is a childhood favorite, right? I watched it recently. This is a heavy movie for a child to watch. Like the little boy is dying of pneumonia. Like, what is that all about? And this happened to be right under it, which is also a pretty good one. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's a good 90s movie. What was it, 90s?
People slept on The Rescuers. And Five Goes West.
Yeah. I don't have either of those, but I was all about some Five when I was younger.
No, there were a lot of deep cartoons back in the day. I forgot the one where the rappers were killing each other. I forgot the name of that damn movie.
Man, Tropic Thunder. A while ago, I don't remember how I phrased it, but my brother and I, we were talking about that, and I made some joke about like, so if Iron Man was in Tropic Thunder and he was black, doesn't that make him War Machine? And my brother, this is like the funniest thing he'd ever heard. But yes, The Secret of Nim. Yeah, like with that owl and like the cat with like the one eye. Yeah, that was Goodfellas. I haven't seen Goodfellas in a while. Like some movies, like I like them, they're just long.
Some movies do age well though.
Yeah. There's some that do, and then there's the other side. Not all of them do. And then there's some movies like Gone Girl, where or Whiplash or whatever. Like they're both good movies, but man, like, and I need a certain amount of time to pass before I watch them. Requiem for a Dream.
Oh yeah, that was good.
You need some time to pass. That's one you got to watch at the right time of your day because it might mess up your outlook for a little bit. Trying to see what else might be over there that stands out. But yeah, there's some good movies out there. The Brothers Bloom is a good one.
Crash was a good movie too.
Yes. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang with Tony Stark and Val Kilmer. What is his real name?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes. Also on the case of him, the Sherlock Holmes movies were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first one. I don't remember a whole lot about the second one. But yeah, those are some. Oh, what's that movie with the David Bowie, The Labyrinth?
Oh yeah, The Labyrinth.
That one's a little weird. I watched it also recently, and I was like, this is not exactly what I remember from a child.
I didn't feel like that was a child movie when I was a child.
No, it is not.
Really a child's movie? Should I really be looking at this?
Right? That's the thing. It's like you look at it, you're like, I'm enjoying this, but what? Like, who said it was okay for me to watch this?
Look, I got kicks at all Tim Burton movies.
Yeah.
Then we got to put the Batman movies in there.
He's got some good stuff in there. What is it? There was another. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but Con Air, I like that movie.
Oh, with who was that?
With Nicolas Cage and Dave Chappelle's in there a little bit. So that one's pretty good.
Face Off was a good movie.
I haven't seen Face Off.
Oh, that was a good movie.
As far as like movies that kind of blur the lines of things, like was it Toy Story 3 where like all the figures were about to die or something?
Yeah. Good
movie, but man, it's got some stuff going on in it.
I think all Disney movies kind of have that weight.
Yeah. Actually, I might turn on a Disney movie later. Like my mom's got this, she's got this Verizon account, so she just gave me her Verizon or her Disney Plus password.
Oh, okay.
So I might kind of, for some reason, I want to watch Aladdin now, like the older one, the cartoon one.
No, I was looking at Pocahontas. I was like, wait, Chief was really about to bash John's head.
Let's see, Labyrinth. Yeah, so Kim's saying she loves it. Like, it was the 80s standard of movies. Yeah, man, like with the dance magic. Oh man, there's a Funko Pop that's supposed to be coming out. It's a pop culture exclusive. Mm-hmm. It's like the glitter David Bowie from that movie. Jareth, yeah. I need to get that. Oh, but yeah. Again, like I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So, because like I said, out here on the East Coast time, I do gotta wake up relatively early because I feel like there's something. I need to make sure I'm on time tomorrow. I think I'm supposed to do something like first thing in the morning. Yeah. So try to get up at a decent hour. But again, thank you guys for coming through and everything. I do appreciate it. Jeezy, it's always a good time hanging out with you. You never know where the conversation's gonna go. So.
For sure. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, no problem. So to everybody out there, have a nice rest of your night, because I'm pretty sure it's night for everybody. And I'll see you guys. I don't know when the next live thing is that I'm doing, but I'm sure I'll see you in some comments on the I think Who Has the Heat. Yeah, that kicks off this weekend, so I'll probably see a lot of you guys there. But yeah, Kim, thanks again for coming through. Appreciate it. It's always good to have you in there too. So you guys take care. Take it easy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do unless it makes more sense than I think it does. All right. Later, people.
Later, people.